painting the walls with my gray matter. But yeah, no. Hopefully, you guys had a good weekend. Um, that was in the cast for Friday. I appreciate that. Um, it is tradition, so I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I'll allow the board slowly. It's not even that you remotely approach me. I might need to retime this. Well, there's the radioactive farts for you. But yeah, we're gonna be returning to this bad boy. 22 months is nearly a year. Oh my god. Wait a second. 22 months. Welcome on Night Liking. Glad to have you sweeping. Can you shout out Night Liking? Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, like, wait, 22 months. Where'd you get that from? God, closing in on 2 years. That's kind of wild to
22
me.
months. That's nearly a year.
It's almost a
Starkey
full
17
year.
hard.
Thank you, Eliana, for hanging around. Enjoy the emotes, you sweet bean. It is kind of wild to think that I've been doing this stream thing for like a little bit more than 3 years. Doesn't really feel like it's been that long. I guess if I kind of started it in the middle of like, well, it was like right when COVID was wrapping up, so like, everyone's sense of time was fucked up. More math, yeah, we're 75% of the way there. I'm like, I guess it's probably gonna be a Thursday stream because I want to keep myself. I don't know what a math stream is. I'll be honest with you, not liking you and I both. Chat bullied me into making that, and I'm like, music is louder than you. Here, is that better? Because I'm not usually, I'm not like at my full volume. I'm speaking a little bit softer because and there we go, perfect. But yeah, let me know if like the music gets too quiet, of course. But yeah, no, you and me both. I don't know what a fucking math stream is gonna be. I just like I just got like a single video pulled up, and I might turn into 3 hours of just chatting. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna watch a video about lambda calculus, and then are you just gonna say numbers? And just start reciting pi. So recites pi to the millionth digit. Almost there. I mean, honestly, I think 30 days was too much. I'm realizing that now. Also, speaking of things that I realize now, I hate these spikes. I don't think they look good. You know what? You know what I might do? I might add more horns. More Morns. It better be good though, because that came out of my time loop budget. Honestly, like it's kind of wild to me how many because I have like a lot of redeems that are like set up so that way you guys can use points, and I still feel like I still feel like I don't have like nearly enough. This is one of those moments where it's like, because I kind of want to keep I think keeping the head and face like this area I kind of want clear. This area like that, I feel like this area I want to be clear, but I can kind of like sneak it in up here. Needs knee horns, horn knees. I can definitely tell that like I'm tired because that didn't even process. Are you telling me to stimulate the Stark economy? That's not what I'm saying, but it's more just like I know y'all have like a bunch of points saved up, so I'm trying to figure out like because I always want to make sure that like there's fun things to do with the points, regardless of how many you have saved up. So to some degree, I'm actually anxious that I have too many high value redeems. Hmm. Oh, wait, Borba. Oh, that's right. I forgot I have the Borba Fire. Ilianos, go ahead whenever you get the chance. Stimulated. Go ahead and send over because I know. Oh, it's Temire, Temiri, Temiri. I can't remember. I'm so sorry, Tem. We'll just go with Tem. Tem made some art for your government assigned persona. I will make the Forb, the Fox Orb. But yeah, hopefully you guys had a good weekend. Welcome on an Arlo. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Currently a little bit lower energy than I normally am, Forb. Me when I Forb you. Forb Forb magazine. Furry under furry. Furry under furry. There we go. It took me a moment. Forb focus. If we want to have a simulated Starkey economy, we should need the Gamba. The problem is like all of the Gambas that have been run so far have been like very clearly like there's a one right answer. The question is like, where do I put the other horns? Like another set of horns. Maybe if I just do like almost like char horns. Because char horns are actually kind of neat. Hmm. I mean, there's a reason that they made that decision is because it definitely adds a fun thing to the silhouette. DM set whenever you get a chance to any time for sure. I'll probably do it Friday. I want to make sure that the because I at some point want to start doing those as like a consistent like like it like make some gifts kind of like what like make it a raffle or into a gift thing kind of like what um oh Kusa and Scintilla do. So I figure that's just like a fun thing to do, and also because like I have a very particular fun redeem um based around the idea, and I need to have a certain number of Borbs. Uh, Not super sold on it. I think just like small spikes, maybe. Starkey, where the Borb drones? I've begun the layout for those. We'll get there somewhere at some point. I realize now I should probably be doing this. Are we the Borbs? Are we the Borbs going to be ones thrown at you now? I actually probably could figure out something like that now that I'm thinking about it. I could probably make it so you could eat an orb. But my idea with the Borbs was gonna be a at a redeem that's a Borb Stampede. It's so it's the idea of it is that like it would be like kind of like the Merps, except like a dedicated like it's gonna be a ton of work. But I think it's gonna be a fun little redeem for because like it's gonna be like a high starting cost, and then you guys just spam all of the Borbs, and then I'm gonna run a tally to see like I'm gonna keep track of how many Borbs are part of the Stampede to celebrate new records and all that. Welcome on, Rich. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Again, I'm not huge on the shoulder spikes, but I suppose that um, they don't necessarily need to stay there. But yeah, hopefully you guys had a good weekend. I went to my mom's place and she made brats, and I have a lot of brats and also a lot of other food. I basically walked, it's because my mom does the classic mom thing where it's just like food is very much her love language. So she went all out and made so much food. All right. Okay. I'm definitely going for like the half because this weekend was adult life admin. Oh Lord. That's most of my weekends. Um Also, I did do something a little special for stream this weekend, which is so it's very basic editing, but basically I cut down the lengths of some of the like so I have the what are they called like the VODs I cut down those a little bit, so that way like there's multiple sections, mostly for the video games. Welcome on, Oceana. What have you, Sweet Bean? That doesn't seem symmetrical. Pokemon and Bumblebees. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Is Dragon Ball an isekai? No, because it's all that's technically like it is the same. It is the same world that he like. You know, he doesn't get transported to another world. I don't think it qualifies as an isekai. Welcome on, Cynic. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Also, as the stream goes on and I get like a little bit higher energy as the Tylenol hits, I might start. I might like. We'll see. I might bring the song queue back, but no promises currently. Goku did come from a different planet that was blown up, yeah, but he didn't die in the process, and it's still the same universe. It's not like there's like a systems change. How's that look? I mean, it looks good now. So, like, you know, it's possible that I might absolutely biff it. just completely fuck it up. Dear Mario, I baked a cake and I just completely fucked it up. I'm so sorry. I just biffed it so hard. Chicken jockey. Welcome on, Indian. So glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'll be honest with you. Is it weird that because of the Lilo and Stitch movie coming out, I no longer am like in any way mad about like I feel like Lilo and like the Lilo and Stitch remake, everything I've learned about it has just like made the like the kind of absurdity of the Minecraft movie doing as well as it did. Like suddenly I no longer like I'm like, okay, the Minecraft movie's whatever. We have to fight the real evil. Disney. Because like it's bad. Though everything I've read about the Lilo and every piece of information I've learned about the live action remake, Master how out of the loop have I been? Not really. That's a relatively new like thing. Disney gonna Disney? Well, yeah, but it's like actually, I wonder if it's like worth like doing some shenanigans with the eyebrows, where like basically the eyebrows are spiky. Like almost Heihachi-esque. I sent you a thing about Lilo and Stitch that sums it up. It's just because like how do you assassinate like one of the most beloved like parental figures? Like that's straight up what that was. It was character assassination. It's wild how the filmmakers missed the point of the IP. I think the recurrent thing I've heard that's just very accurate is Ohana don't mean shit anymore. Like that's just my understanding of what the new Lilo and Stitch thing is. And of course it's gonna get AstroTurf to shit because fucking I need Disney to start having Disney to start dropping consistent failures. Like seriously, stop like, you know, I'm sure I'm preaching to the chorus, but if you know anyone who's like, if you have like a, you know, a friend who has a kid and they're like, oh yeah, I took my kid to go see the live action remake of like whatever the fuck, I need you to start making fun of them for doing that. Start making fun of your friends. I am like 20%. I'm like 80%, 20% joking. Welcome on, Tina. It's good to have you, Sweet Bean. What even is a bird? Good. You see, it is a man, but with wings. I'm too zoomed in. From Ohana means family to this is IRL, bitch, and it sucks. Yeah, it's family never get left behind or forgotten. Now excuse me while I abandon you to go to college on the mainland. It's so wild too, because like I need to catch up on JoJo's Part 9, but it is funny the juxtaposition of both being set in Hawaii, and the difference of energy between the two pieces of media A bird is a drone deployed by China. Man, I don't even get to fucking choose my like location origin anymore. People keep complaining I'm a fucking American drone, but no. Suddenly it's fucking it's always China. I mean that's also fair. But yeah, no. Fuck Disney. Make fun of your friends for if they went to go see the Disney movie. What if a man is not a what is a man if not a miserable pile of secrets? Because like low key, like there's so much child friendly media that already exists. Like you could just like if you have to have if you have to show them Disney stuff, show them the old stuff that's like actually good and like compelling and has tells a good story with like a positive ending. But no, it's not even Nani that takes Leo to get a dog, but our neighbor Nani was too big. Yeah, yeah, because I think fundamentally like that's the kind of decision that I actually feel like is so fundamentally telling of the way capitalists see family. Um, it's one of those things where it's almost like capitalists see family as like an obstruction, you know? Like the number tickers at the top are like the best like the most morally correct thing you can do as a family member is get out of your loved one's way, you know? Like that's not a great message, especially not to teach to kids. It's like deeply shitty. Because like that's kind of what they're saying is like the best thing for Lilo and Nani is just to fucking get out of each other's ways, which is like that is like the literal complete opposite of what the fucking original was trying to say, and that disconnect between them actually really does piss me off. All right, I'm gonna hopefully try to start doing some painting on this. Because I definitely want to learn how to do a painter style on this. Why can I never do eyes right? I swear to God. I just can't fucking do them. Don't know why. They are the artist they are my biggest artistic struggle. The movie may as well have been an ad for their Hawaiian resort since Disney opened one around the release of Moana. Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if that was like incidentally why. They're like, oh yeah, this will double as like free advertising. People, it's one of those fucked up things where it's like more and more nowadays people are paying to see advertising and like stuff like that. I'm just like, why? I guess it's because it's almost like it's really fucking funny to see the game like AAA games are shitting themselves because of how well like indie games are doing. Welcome on, Hollow. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. The success of stuff like Claire Obscure, Claire Obscure. I think it's obscure. Um, but yes, the success of stuff like that, um, and like blueprints and all that other stuff is scaring the fuck out of AAA game studios. Um, and I think it's really funny how like they're trying to like, oh, the video games are becoming so can we just call it Expedition 33? That's what. Okay, perfect. I didn't realize people were just calling it 33. Not even 8K left to math. Yeah, that sounds about right. Good, they should be scared. They really should be. But it's just so fucking funny because it's absolutely like it is 100% the kind of people Like the only people that are scared about indie games performing as well as they are exactly the kind of people that just basically are leeches on the video games industry. Ubisoft, their quadruple A game ratings. Welcome on in, Canopus. That'd be sweet bean. The original does right of what Mitchell's versus the Machine does horribly wrong. Constantly blaming the daughter for the dad's fault that has been causing a disconnect with the family. The Mitchell versus the Machines family is the same moral, but the moral's about a toxic family. I like the Mitchells versus the Machines, but I definitely didn't, because like it's almost like one that you maybe it's just because like I'm an adult now and I'm like, I've had my own experiences with, with family where I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna cut them out. So like I'm no longer for me, I view family very much as like a found family thing. Any renaissance because games costing $80 is not acceptable. I mean, honestly, low key, like it's like oh, what was the fucking the dumb thing that got gamers to start realizing, oh yeah, where it was like fucking Elon, like when gamers found out Elon was cheating to like get ranked in Path of Exile 2. I'm like, whatever it is that fucking like makes you realize that like no, these people don't have your best interest in mind. But no, because it's so fucking funny that I think exactly the people who provide no value to the games industry are the ones that are the most scared by indie corporations doing well. Like objectively, it's all the like fucking like the middle managers, like the publishers. They're like, oh no, video games are becoming like they're. I think the wording they're using is deprofessionalized, which like is you don't realize is a loaded term until you realize like the original version of that is decorporatized. Oh, come on, Ruffles. It's not a sweet bean. Doom Dark Ages physical $70 and the game isn't even on a disc. You gotta download it. Yeah, no. Especially with the recent years proving to us that you don't own anything unless you physically have it. No. That's probably why I'm realistically not gonna get a Switch 2. Imagine video games with the intent of being fun. That's some fucking apparently that's communism. Having fun is communism nowadays. I think between Expedition 33, BG3, and KCD2, AAA Gaming is about to go through a serious rough patch. The big thing is just like how many piece of shit games, like, because I think this marks the official moment where it becomes clear that games companies are scared of like the potential that indie games can bring. Um, how many shitty games do you think we get out of each company before they just say fuck it and stop trying? And then like lay off all of their studios. But the physical copies of Overwatch are pretty much useless since it's no longer around. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, to be fair, that makes sense because Overwatch was exclusively an online game. There wasn't a single player campaign. That's also kind of why I'm like a big like, games that it's hard to sell me on a AAA game that doesn't have single player nowadays. It, I mean, it's fucking hard to sell me on AAA games at all nowadays, but especially ones that don't have a fucking, that don't offer fucking um that don't offer like I would argue that kind of like a basic like systems of being able to be like, yeah, does this game require you to be able to play it online to like actually enjoy and use your purchase? If so, that's don't forget pay no shareholders. It's really fucking funny too, because it's pretty clear that like the shareholders are also like I would argue even more so than corporate executives. Don't get me wrong, corporate executives are shareholders and therefore inherently part of the problem. But with the fallout of the Luigi Mangione allegedly also it's realist like it's probably just better to say like the CEO the United CEO shooting. The fallout of that resulted in United approving a lot more like things than they originally did. Like they started approving things that they previously would have fought against, and their shareholders sued them for it. The shareholders of United Healthcare sued them for being a healthcare company. The economy deserves a collapse at this point. I'm gonna be honest. You can't convince me otherwise. I mean, you don't want to pay $100 for a license to play a game. I'm shocked, truly shocked. Yeah, especially when there's like really fucking good games out there that like desperately deserve more attention. I'm you know what? You know what I'm fucking you know what would be fucking we may need more Luigi's of what here. Who knows? It's one of those things where it's like legally speaking, this is I am ill advised to say yes. Um but incidentally, unrelated to absolutely nothing. Something like, it, there was like, a piece of legislation that was made to, make sure that people could get the healthcare they were promised. So, like, that's a fun fact that's completely related to nothing at all. I did see BlackRock were taking United Healthcare to task because they slowed down their profiteering after the CEO was shot. It's fucking wild. And to be honest with you, I think it's one of those things where like I feel like there's you know to some degree I wonder if the because there's like some amount of like conspiracy theory about like the cabal of evil, whatever the fuck. It to some degree feels real at times where when you find out that like a company got sued for doing its job by the people that own the majority stake in it. Like that's fucked up. That's weird and probably a sign of like significantly unhealthy like, like structure around organizations. Sometimes I think we do live in the worst of all timelines. I think it's easy to it's very easy to feel that way. I agree. Um I think the big thing that you need to do when you approach that thought though is recognize that um there is ultimately more good being done than bad. The good stuff just is almost never newsworthy. Unless it's like, unless it's like, oh, like a feels good story, which is even feels
Like
what's up,
if
Chris?
it's all bad, we have the timeline where Starkey exists.
I know if it's all bad. We have the oh my god, welcome to the Lost Dog. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. That's really sweet of you to say, actually. But I'm sure Starkey's a universal constant. I'm the fucking I'm what's holding the universe together. God, what a fucking what a horrifying concept. To be fair, there is like, you know, there's that idea of like quantum immortality that I think is kind of fascinating. The idea that like from like my reference frame, I'm functionally immortal because like the universe will just kind of push me into whatever timeline ensures that I continue to live. The problem with AAA games is the consumers are not the consumers, shareholders are. They all brought in on video games expecting the industry to make them impossible amounts of money like during the COVID era. So as stocks begin to top off after lockdown, they all jump ships to AI. So CEOs started laying off everyone to recoup the money. It will go through the same shit when they jump ship again, but worse because AI is not profitable. I mean, we can thank Henry Ford for that. He literally sued other car makers for treating their workers better than him and therefore taking away his workers. Using that a company has to turn a profit and not treat their employees well. Yeah, Henry Ford was a piece of shit. Henry Ford was a piece of shit, and also like he backed pieces of shit. Was Henry Ford the one that was like celebrated by the Nazis? Because if so, not fucking surprising, and he can rot in hell. Well, come on, Ivan. Glad I have you, Sweet Beans. What's a good time to stray Starkey? How dare you? Let me give it a shout out for Ivan Art real quick. We're doing a little bit more of a like a kind of a comfy, cozy night. How's this looking here? He was very anti-Semitic. Does not fucking surprise me. Welcome on in, Cali Dragon. Glad to have you too, you sweet bean. Okay. I'm currently like trying to like ironically Henry Ford is the reason we only have a 5 days a week. I mean, yeah, but realistically speaking, we should like if we're looking from just like sheer productivity numbers, 4 day work weeks are like far and away the most effective. Just like 8 hour work days, 4 days a week. because like that is literally like that is how you maximize GDP. Of course, it's not about GDP or growth, or it's always about controlling people. There was not a redeeming feature on that guy. It's also like, yeah, like he was only doing it to like, because he only did that to steal workers from another car plant and then sued another car plant for trying to steal his workers. Business class. Oh no, not the business majors. Where? I say incredibly hostilely to business majors. How's this looking? Ivan, can I get is the flip? I think the eyes. The snout I think is fine, but I think the eyes. I think the right eye is a little bit too big. It couldn't be me, hides diploma. I mean, listen. I don't necessarily think there's anything intrinsically wrong with being a business major. I just like wish that they wouldn't like monopolize every space. When I feel it's too high now, I think it was like too big. It might be too high. This is a degree in free economics. So how are you? So how are you rich? Well, that kind of fucked up the eye. God, like even minor fucking movements like that. There we go. I have no social life. My mom tried to convince me the company we both work for can't afford to give me a pay raise. Mom, the CEO flew you to Chicago on a private jet so you can go shopping while he was in a business meeting. He can afford to give a pay raise. Oh, absolutely. I will believe companies can't offer pay raises as soon as at the point where the CEO can't have a private jet, I will believe that company can't offer pay raises. If you want a sucky story about big business, Games Workshop last year sued something like a 280 business for infringing trademarks they don't own, and basically froze all the assets of the companies they were taking legal actions against. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It reminds me of the fucking one of my friends is like getting ready for jury duty, and because jury duty fucking sucks. And like we were joking about like ways he could get out of it, and like one idea he came up with is there's this mug of like a Brennan D. Mulligan quote. That's just something to the effect of like laws are just threats written by the like laws are threats written by the rich and powerful enforced by cops to prevent the little man from succeeding. Something to that effect. Because we were joking about it was like, oh yeah, they're like so the basic idea of it, and this is like there's actually they're not not worth risking, I don't think. So I do basic shit at work and sit in my car. There we go. They did some bashes this time. They outsourced a AI system. Over 100 of the claims counted as fraudulent. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, if a system's like, okay, if if a big company sues us, like, you know, if it sues an individual or a smaller entity, and then like that, you know, the smaller, like, because it's what they do over in England. They have what are called anti-slap laws. The idea basically being, if you sue someone for like a reason that like you don't have evidence for immediately, um like basically like when the small group wins the case, the bigger group has to pay all of the attorney fees. The idea basically being that like you don't want to, like, you know, because if you're suing someone to, like, you know, get like, because, you know, they don't want their like they don't want their like legal system being weaponized as like a way to silence people who don't have as much resources. And I think we really need something like that over here in the States. If honestly, if anything, I feel like we should double down. Like if you can't provide evidence immediately, like, and like, you know, like you're at risk of having to pay the other person's court fees, and also like an extra amount of that to the person for wasting their fucking time. This is supposed to be a thing over here. Guess who gets away with it because they have the money. Like it should really just be like I feel like if you are suing something over something that you know you're not going to win, you should be heavily punished for wasting the courts and the other person's time. Like you have to pay attorney fees and then twice that to the person you just sued. Fuck you. Don't waste my time. The worst bit is that Games Workshop doesn't really want to go to court and risk another chapter house, which is why Catalyst were able to quickly get out of trouble by pointing out that they don't have a trademark over the word Warhammer, which is also a mech in BattleTech. Illuminati trying to sue people into bankruptcy. Still glad I never contacted her outside of Upwork. That's fucking wild, by the way. That is a wild bit of like lore to learn, is that you almost worked with Illuminati. Like, fucking thank God. Bullet dodge that you didn't. But like that is fascinating. Also, I'm like I'm because to some degree I'm apprehensive. Is this over designed? Did, but as a single client through Upwork. Yeah, that's fair. I don't like. I'm probably not going to include the extra horns, but hmm. Illuminati really speedran the whole destroying your channel process. She really did. I'm assuming that it's she, her. I don't actually. I'm not certain. So I should probably stick to they, them. They really did, right? Like it was just it's over like fucking like low, like it was over low value shit too. Like the call out post to be like look at oh fuck, who's it called, Legal Eagle trying to poach my fucking like trying to poach my editor's style, which is fucking wild. That's wild, first of all, to do. It's just over designed if you're not willing to go through with it to the end. Okay, that's fair. I think also part of it's probably just like the underlayer, where my brain is like it's more busy than it actually is. Because yeah, as soon as I do that, still stunned she used that outro to the very end. It's shit. I wouldn't have kept it for myself. Yeah, as I'm like, especially as I'm like doing this, I don't like the I'm not the hugest fan of Actually, what I might do is I might do like scales, like scale patterns here, like, you know, scale patterns on like the shoulders, and then have like the chest and front be very fluffy. Hmm. But yeah. Um, I feel like what all like what all I've been up to outside of work and I guess the holidays. The answer's not a whole lot. Um, I'm to some degree keeping an eye on YouTube. Starting the thing I said about birds, check DMs. Reminds me of the DSP's detractors who were able to trick him into using an intro one of them made, and after several months, copyright claimed the intro. Oh my god. China's military drones disguised as birds. Okay, we need to apologize. This is a fucking this is wild energy to bring to the cookout. Where is it? That's not the right one. Where the fuck? I'm gonna lose it. OBS, I beg of you, please see the window. It's right there. There we go. Apparently China has drones that look like birds. Which like sure. Why not? Welcome on Fatal Claim. It's good to have you, Sweet Bean. Also, like the Dark Side Field, because like Dark Side Field's a shitty person, but it's also just like okay, it's the Chris Chan thing where it's like yeah the person they're fucking around with is a shitty person, but also like do you people have nothing better to do with your time? Mapo tofu, I love mapo tofu. That's not, you know what? Maybe I should make mapo tofu this weekend. My weekend was fun on Saturday. I brought a gecko. Gecko eat 5 tacos, went to carnival, threw up after 2 rides, then went home and fell asleep while playing Repo. That definitely sounds like a kick-ass weekend, I'm not gonna lie. China has bird drones. I'll believe that the day North Korea successfully launches a new warship. I swear to God, Canopus, if I fucking see in the news tomorrow, hold up, Sorrel's about to do what I'm gonna do to you. If I fucking check the news tomorrow and see that North Korea's launched a new warship, I'm gonna just be like, what? Who are you? Who are you? Harvey Dent. Fucking. Okay, I'm definitely like the Tylenol's starting to help. I think we're starting we're picking back we're picking up the energy. But now, fucking like my stream just becomes the new fucking War Thunder forums. Yo, Starkey, how'd you become famous? Well, you see, someone showed up on my chat and just started fucking just dropping like links to critical like classified detailed documents. Like it was a full thing. That person, Pete Hegseth. Just kidding. This isn't Signal. How's everyone doing? Welcome on. Sorry, I'll get that have Sweet Bean. This isn't Signal slash the Pentagon. I the jokes are too easy. I can't be making jokes like that nowadays. It's too easy. It's too boring. Everyone's made that joke. But no, I'm doing all right. Currently combating a little bit of a headache. So I have a relevant document related to the NATO renaming reporting name for the MiG-15. I how am I supposed to react to that? How am I because I'm pretty sure you're lying. But like it's also you, monkey. So like you might have fucking just like hung out on the fucking like War Thunder forums to just download those specific documents. Like I wouldn't put it past you. As proven by the M1 Abrams, as proven by these documents, the M1 Abrams turret should be able to rotate 0.2% faster than it does in game. That is a brilliant idea. I have to imagine doing that gets you a fucking like you get contacted by the police if you pull that shit. I would say how I'm doing, but it's a multiple choice question. Get the honest but not fun answer that's stretching the truth but not having to hear what I went through today. Let's you know, hey, fuck it. Let's be honest. I'm honest about my headache, so. Also, I have to imagine if government secrets do get leaked, at some point they're probably like, hey, like they probably just like because it's like the fucking it's like the people who committed check fraud. Uh, was it Chase? Was it the Chase Bank? I can't remember. What bank was it where they accidentally where a bunch of people committed check fraud and then were surprised that like they were massively in the negative. Kenny Stones had to walk a mile and work for 6 hours and walk into the mile. Oof. Yeah, the Chase Bank glitch. Yeah, be sure to rest up and take care of yourself, Cyril. Like hydrate. Just like you don't move. James! Oh my god, welcome on in, Raiders. Good idea. Girls get it. Hold up a moment, let me get a shout out for Jane. How are you doing, you sweet bean? Let me get a shout out for Jane real quick. For those who don't know, I'm stuck one to get Chaos Green Internet, Bryce. Stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. How you doing, though? I'm currently working on redesigning my secondary Sona. E-girls, get him. I ended up here again. Welcome back, NVC. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Welcome on in, Jane. Welcome back. Welcome back, Ivan. Welcome back, Instant. Glad to have you. What is Mapo Tofu for ants? What? Okay. I, I, I don't know if that misspelling was intentional. I never left. Joke's on you. I've always been here. But yeah, no, I'm currently working on oh fuck yeah, Dicey Dungeons. I had a little bit of a headache coming into stream, so I'm using my own personal playlist, which I don't get to do often. I feel like I should use it more because it's definitely a banger. I feel like. But yeah, no, I'm currently in the process of redesigning. Hold up. It was Mapo Tofu for your parents' siblings, mild as fuck. Here. Oh, hold on. So I was working on this guy. Oh, fun fact. I'm pretty sure that this ref got me. I'm pretty sure Blue Sky considered this ref to be not safe for work, which is really fucking funny. Like it's like suggestive enough where Blue Sky marked it as being like this is hidden for the general populace. Too much dumpy, too thick of an ass, and then I got a basically like a design review with DA where he's like, yeah, these are the elements that I would change or update. And I'm like, you know what? I appreciate that. And it actually like helped me break out of a little bit of art block that I was dealing with. I don't like these horns. I think I definitely want like more. I'll be lurking. Have a good stream. Thank you for sure. Thank you for bringing it over. I'll be sure to take blah, blah, blah. Not a great run, but I gotta go to Costco before they close and get a glizzy. Heck yeah. Go get that Costco hot dog. The best $1 hot dog money can buy you. You can never defeat the art block, Sark. You can only embrace it. Listen, I can defeat the art block. Occasionally. Beat the art block into submission. Do I even like that? It helps break up the silhouette a little bit. Welcome on in, Slow Playing. I'm glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Also, can we get a shout out for, I believe I saw the Struggle for Waffles. Yeah, can we shout out for Waffles? But yeah, no, so this is, Jane brought me here against my will. I mean, listen, you like, how did he do so? with the raid? Rolling you here? But yeah, no. So this is gonna be my spicy Senna. Hope it's going good. It's going all right. I need to probably fetz around with it a little. Okay, maybe I just like that a little bit more. Where like I was being a borb. Because like I want to do something to break. You know what breaks up probably the silhouette of the shoulders? The wings. The wings will probably do that. Also, I'm gonna be trying my hand at doing some painting style stuff, so we'll see. Well, come on in, Phoenix. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm gonna be trying my hand at doing some painting style stuff. Because that's a style I want to learn. Because like a lot of artists that I really enjoy, like Bernie, Ivan does it, Giuseppe's like draws in that kind of style. You know, like all of like that kind of like oil paint style. This is relaxing music. Yeah, I got like a little bit of a headache going today, so I figure I'm just gonna use my personal playlist. Avoid the risk of it getting any worse. Starkey used the Borblick combo so often two months are together in my frequently used area. That checks out, honestly. What's up, Chris? Oh, wait, no, that's not the right. That's not the right redeem. Get your carbon monoxide detector replaced. Have a carbon monoxide leak in your house without any warning signs. Listen, I haven't had to deal. I have not dealt with any of the other associated with warning signs. There's like okay. There have been notes made in my house, but those are associated with blueprints, and I can remember every single one I wrote down. Also, this headache started when I was at work, so the beeping was giving me a headache, so I took the batteries off. I like a sharp set of teethies. I did get a mouse today. Oh, well, hopefully got a nice one. But the carbon monoxide helps me sleep. Carbon monoxide, nature's melatonin. Okay. I do I go with the char horns? I really love the char horns. I do. I'm a big fan of the way char horns look. I did now gotta figure out how to use it. Fuck it, we go with the char horns. Because like I just think that extremely Marge Simpson voice. I just think they look neat. I nearly made a much darker joke, but I had to catch myself. So, anyways, I'll just be here playing Warframe with the Warframe Grendel. I have I have no idea what any of that means. Charhorns is in the Guild Wars chars, yes. Because like this style of horn, I definitely like. I look at it, I'm like, that's a char horn. There, and then the other one would be like right here, but like barely visible. Actually, hold up. I'm playing Guild Wars 2 right now. There's just like there's just something very appealing about that style of horn. Fun fact. What's up, Chris? I need to stop. Hey, 404, brain not found. Fun fact, you're not the only person in your house right now. Does that mean they get to kill me? Finally, I get to sweet release from life and death. In death? Yay! God, I'm operating like 70, like at best, probably like 40% brain capacity. I'm so sorry. Hold up, what the fuck? Okay, there we go. All right. Now we just add the wings in the back. There we go. It's literally a character you can play as that Vorse people, has Vorse sounds such as the swallowing and the enemy making sounds inside you and can vomit them up. Yeah, yeah. That sounds and that's the sounds in particular drive me crazy. If you're playing it, then presumably crazy in the positive sense. I'm assuming that like no one inflicts it upon themselves unwillingly, unless it's like the meta. I'm at yeah, fair enough. I'm at eating 6-month-old Chef Boyardee because it was the easiest thing to make levels of brain rot at the moment. Please like rest up. Like if you gotta hop out of stream, I get it. Although, like, I think stream tonight is probably going to be a little bit more, like, lower energy, all things considered. How's that look? I'm liking it. It's coming together. I'm not super sold on the faces. Like, nothing wrong with the low energy stream? Yeah. I'm not super sold on these spikes. So I'm gonna go ahead and shorten them up. This character design's fucking hard, man. Kind of makes me glad that, like, I nailed Starkey in one. It's like, Starkey has not gone through many iterations. I forgot to do this before I lurk. It'll be better once it's colored too. I suppose that's fair. Oh, okay. So before you lurk, you're gonna throw a board at me? Honestly? Honestly? Rude. Shoo. Be gone. Attack, little one. The little Borb approaches. Okay, I like that a lot more, actually. I think also, like, because the Starkey's gone from twunk to hunk, though. Yeah, that's fair. Well, that's the big thing, is like that's mostly about, like, the design elements that, like, compose Starkey, though, stayed relatively consistent. I definitely I think I like it a lot more now that it's like, hold up, let me flip. Okay. So I think I need to bring this down a little bit. Nope. Also, not, how dare you throw a Pikmin at me? That's frankly rude.
Rats, we're rats.
What's up, Chris?
We're the rats.
What is a Borb? A miserable little pile of nano machines. But enough talk, have it you.
Honestly, accurate. I just remembered I need to do a job applications. Yeah, you should probably go take care of that. I reached out to my boss, who sent me a thing about a job application, and then I checked it like a little bit under 2 weeks later, and it was like the job not found, and I'm like, that's probably a bad sign. How dare you throw a Pikmin at me in this moment? No, you can't even, because the fucking Pikmin float. It's frankly mean. Listen, I'm a bird. I can eat fucking plants. Like, Pikmin look pretty tasty. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sure the red ones taste like strawberries. Okay, but like, are Pikmin like fruit? They kind of gotta be like fruit-ish. They gotta be fruity, at least like a little bit fruity, kind of like me. Me and my fruity ass. There you go. They're vegetable. I guess they are described as being like carrots. So that does make sense. Pretty sure red Pikmin are like chilies. Listen, I'd still fucking eat it. They're root vegetables like potatoes. Cause like there's an entire like basically ship log dedicated to Louis eating various things. Surely he ate at least one Pikmin. Like surely there's gotta be like one Pikmin in there somewhere. One time where he's like, yeah, I ate this fucking Pikmin. It was gross. I'm looking at the composition right now, and the answer is I'm probably overthinking it, because I'm like, is the Booba size correct? The other side gets definitely cut off, but actually it's not that bad. Or his crewmates. I don't listen. Do you think someone's Vor Awakening was Louis from was fucking Louis from Pikmin 2? What do you think is the most obscure thing that was 100% someone's Vor Awakening? Like in the same vein as, like, what do you think is the like most obscure thing that 100% someone's gay awakening? Starfy. And you have to know there's got to be a non-zero. What was yours? I'm not in Devore though. We've been over this. It's extremely esoteric. My gay awakening. All those go inside a person's body slash movie slash episodes. That makes sense. Do you think someone's? Do you think someone's like Vor Awakening was that one episode of fucking The Magic School Bus? The one that is one is obscure and the final boss has a one-hit kill Vor move and that's Shark Vor level. I'm sorry to ruin. Oh, yours was bad. Yeah, my gay and furry awakening was Bowser's Inside Story. That makes sense. Shut up. I am so lonely. I've got nobody. Wait, did you say West Side Story? Bowser's Inside Story. What's Inside Story? The 3DS doesn't exist? I mean, to be fair, it's so wild that they remade Bowser's Inside Story. Like, Bowser's Inside Story is a 3DS game. The remake was also on the fucking 3DS. Clearly I'm too cultured. If you're in the furry community and you don't know Bowser's Inside Story, I would call that anti-cultured. Okay. Let's futz around with let's do some painting. Let's futz around with some painting. Because I've never really done a proper painting. Oh my god, there's so many brush settings. I love that game so much. Anti-culture, but I can sing all the words of the Spanish national anthem. They remade the game on the 3DS's deathbed and it was shocked it didn't do well. You gotta wonder what goes through the head of like executives sometimes. I know, I do occasionally. Okay. So the question then becomes, how the fuck how the fuck do you turn like line art like this into a painting? I guess you start with just the like sculpting the shape. Kirby's Epic Yarn and Luigi's Mansion should have been on the Switch. Oh, probably. Okay. I should probably figure out some colors I want, though. So definitely for the... I think I like the beard color I went with. Maybe a bit brighter. Like, the beard color is good. Kirby Epic Yarn is one of the most cozy games Nintendo has made. Oh yeah, absolutely. Just use the liner as a background reference and paint on top. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is basically basically have the line art, or say a line art opacity to 30%. Yeah, that could be fun. So definitely, I like the slightly brighter color on the beard. Wrong layer. Okay. I think I want to go with a dark blue. I like because I kind of love the tan dichotomy, like a tan and dark green dichotomy and then blue highlights. Hmm. Is that too garish? Hmm. Oh wait, there's a way for me to create color swatches, isn't there? Hold up. How do I fucking make, hold up. Standard color set. Oh my god, there's a lot of fucking yeah, you can't see them because they're hidden behind crisp. Oh, there's even like a little palette. You guys can't see it. Hmm. Wrong layers. It's not necessarily the wrong layer, but how the fuck? Okay, like does anyone know how to pick color? Like how do you pick a like a compelling color combination? Hmm. These are the questions I ask myself. This is what keeps me up at night. For the character, the background, for the character. Because like I feel like this is the part that like it's also because like part of the problem is yeah, the color on my left monitor is fucked up, so I have to like pull it over to my right side. Hold up, this is gonna be weird. Because it's so much bright, it's so much more vibrant on this side. I'm sure it's like a way for me to save palettes. Feel free to like, if, for anyone who has like experience working with Clip Studio Paint, feel free to like help like. Oh, okay, handy. Feel free to interject if you see me do like if you're looking at this and you're like fucking tearing your hair out. I welcome backseating. I wish there was like a way for me to like show color wheel palette. Show color history palette? I guess it's like kind of a good way of like, hmm. Because like, I'm looking at this now, I'm like, that's entirely too fucking green. Also, like, just too vibrant in general. Hmm. The like the fucking the struggle. It was like this is like a very very real struggle. I like that for the green, for like the highlight green. Definitely like more, I like more earth tones. Hmm. Maybe something like that for like the like badger features. Hmm. It's one of those where it's like because I know there's a way for there's a way to like what's it called? It's like hue shift layer, not mask, new correction layer. Hmm. Color balance. It's like that. I see. So is it almost worth like coloring like different layers of fur separately at this point, so that way I can kind of like mix and match with like layer adjustment? I might actually do that. Hmm. Because like I'm worried about like with I guess like with the painters. You know what? You know what I'm realizing might be fucking part of the problem. I think it might be pertinent for me to do like for me to complete this in like the style that I traditionally do, with like lining and coloring, and then like give it a Aether, welcome on in! We're gonna shout for Aether, welcome on in! How's Hi-Fi Rush? You sweet bean. Feel the beat. Hi-Fi Rush is one of my favorite games of the year release, so we're gonna shout for Aether, welcome. Aether, how you doing, you sweet bean? Those are non-spec more get cast current internet. Right, stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST on Monday, Tuesday, 6 to 9 PST, Thursday, Friday. How was Hi-Fi Rush? How far did you get? Because we actually played that on stream at one point. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do probably what's probably the smart thing first, and not immediately flood myself with 10,000 like complex ideas to handle. And that is first completing this piece in my traditional style, and then we're gonna come back. And then, like once I select on like figure out a bunch of colors I like, I'm gonna come back and like redo this piece with painting. That strikes me as being like probably a more reasonable and like a more reasonable way of handling this whole thing. But how you holding up? We're doing all right. I'm currently in the process of recovering from a headache, so we don't have Song requests, but I will be just kind of vibing and putting my personal playlist on. I'm currently working on my the redesign for Finn. I'm doing good. No, I'm sorry to hear about the headache. It's all hey, listen, it happens. All things considered, I feel like it's going like relatively smoothly. And it looks it's coming along. Yeah. Let me go and increase the opacity so we can see more clearly. After talking with because I talked with DA and he helped me kind of like break out of a little bit of a an instance of oh, what's it called? Art block. So hopefully this is gonna like help me kind of like fully work my way out of it. What a handsome cutie. I won't lie, like part of me is like really like because this is my character that I'm making for like I'm making so that way like he can be my more my like not safe for work Sona. So like I'm trying to make Oh, shut up. The art is cute too, I swear to God. Very smooth, actually. But yeah, currently in the process of like trying to figure out, because this is gonna be my more not safe work Sona, so I kind of want to. I don't want to like make him super thirst trappy, but I kind of want to make him extremely thirst trappy. I'm like, is the brush too thin? Why am I struggling so much with the lining? Spent some time today reviewing an online financial literacy module that I had previously completed months ago, seeing what I remembered from the first time around. That's the best way you can, is just to like test yourself and make sure like super to extreme. What, the level of thirst trap we're trying to reach? Because the answer is yes. I am trying to reach extreme thirst trap. I see. I'm kind of on the road to making the thirst trap polar bear martial monk. But yeah, mostly I'm just like, because the original like Finn originally was a touch over designed, so I'm kind of pulling back a little bit. Do I even want the? I don't think I want them reaching that far. Notably, I typed monk twice. All good. But yeah, if you gotta rest up after stream, I completely get it. I definitely know, like, by the time I'm done streaming, I'm basically a puddle on the ground. Permission to share one of my biggest takeaways? Go for it. There we go. Paying in cash for smaller purchases instead of using card. I mean, okay, like, I have many complaints about the current economic system, but fucking the biggest of which is the fact that if you have like if you've never taken out a loan, you're at a bigger disadvantage than if you've taken out a bunch of them, which is fucking stupid because it means they don't know what type of like pair like a buyer you are, like they don't have like financial history, which I think is like weird and like also just like kind of unpleasant to think about the fact that someone's like more or less stalking your purchase history. I mean, it's a way to get something deliciously sweet as a treat. Oh, good. I definitely do that. Like, I'll just like I'll raid out and then I'll go grab like a fistful of candy or something, just like fucking restock my brain from all the juice I put into streaming. Welcome on, Led. Craig, let me sweeping. Sorry, hey, Starkey. Sorry about that. Yeah, we gotta. I am fighting off a little bit of a headache, so I don't want to like snap at it like a song or something, or just be like the headache got so much worse that I have to stop stream, because that would just be bad for everyone. Whoever put the song in that, like, it tracks with Obsession of Virgins. I'm gonna actually walk to the store and get a bag of mini Twix. Hold up, let me try something a little bit differently with the way I draw fluff. Because I tend to draw like a lot of I tend to draw like straight, 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 like, curved, but like ultimately like consistently just like a single curve. Let's try something a little bit different. Okay, that actually does a lot to help make it feel like more fluffy. I think I need to like round them out a little bit, of course. I think that's also probably like part of why my fluff doesn't necessarily look as soft as I want it to. because they're all very like spiky. So more like that. Yeah, that actually helps a lot. Hold on. I realized because I'm on the fucking liner. I'm not sketching. I need. I'm the fucking. This is the reason I treat like all of my fucking liner like it's sketches, and I know that's a bad habit. It's something I need to break out of. But damn. Okay, that looks a lot better, I think. It's just like letting the like not like forcing the fluff to kind of like fit cleanly into the line I'm working with. I like that approach. This is like so there's definitely like, you know, I definitely am like looking more towards experimenting because like to some degree I am in the process of still trying to figure out what style I even want to have. And I think I'm realizing now that like, you know, okay, I have to bring the fucking you're too big. You delete too much stuff. Okay. And then what if we try something like this? Reminded me that I needed to save it for the new laptop and should probably have money plan now. Hmm. It's just like there's something about the process of it. Reminder: don't watch the Stitch remake. They whitewash everything and make it anti-woke. It's not even they made it anti-woke. They just made it shit. You know, the movie sucks without the social commentary. It's just like actively a bad movie. Like they just took like the soul and heart of the original movie and just kind of like ripped it out and then stomped all over it. I'm mad about it for sure. Because like that was like my favorite Disney movie growing up. So like I actively like hold within my heart like a deep growing like loathing and dispassion for all of the godless fucks who made the decisions that created the Stitch remake. And unfortunately made more money than the original. Of course it did. Of course it did. My big thing is like how many times can they release garbage before people catch on? Speaking of movie theaters, guess who has a ticket to the Dan Evil Eye special at theaters? What's the Evil Eye special? Like the only positive they did with the actress who played Lilo did a good job. That's it. Yeah, don't shit on the actress. It's not the actor's fault. It's 100% management and editing, and you know, directing, writing, money supply, Disney. Fuck Disney. I've been boycotting them for a decade at this point. So like, I would. There's very little I will say in positive in regards to Disney nowadays, because they've done absolutely nothing to earn even the remotest of compliments. Some theaters will be playing the first 3 episodes of season 2 a month early. Oh, go see Dana instead of Lilo and Stitch. I like I was saying earlier, fucking like if you have like family and friends that went to see Lilo and Stitch, make fun of them. Like sincerely, make fun of them for watching some dumb shit. And like in the same way that you would make fun of them for fucking like watching like Tiger King, where it's like, oh, congratulations, you're watching, you know, this is basically just a video about shitty people being shitty. How stimulating. Like, you know, like unironically, I feel like as a society we need to bring back like, you know, bring back certain shaming of certain stuff like that. Hmm. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the playlist. Although I think this one might be a little bit too low energy. If only Hopeless Core Rant was available for moments like this. I keep forgetting to turn the Hopeless Core Rant back on, but I also would not have the energy to Hopeless Core Rant. Speaking of child actors, I feel bad for the kids who were parents sold their kids the Mold Queen and got casted as Ron, Harry, and Hermione in the Harry Potter TV remake. They're going to be so bullied by everyone when the Mold Queen will be used the further. Yeah. Yeah. Again, don't bully the children. Arguably, bully their parents, because their parents are the ones that allowed that to happen. But don't bully the kids. The kids almost certainly didn't, like, had absolutely zero say in it, and are basically just being strung along by shitty parents. I think shitty parents is like kind of the end all be all of like the vast majority of society's problems. And I think, to be fair, a lot of that is a result of the fact that parents, to some degree, struggle to be present in their kids' lives in an increasingly capitalist society, where parents just can't afford to be present. But also, don't fucking like, don't have kids. It's tangentially related to that. Now is not the time to be having children. Don't have children. It's not worth it. Again, I'm pretty sure I'm preaching to the fucking choir on that one. Or rather, the not fucking choir. Such You're the second person who told me that, and the first is my mom. If not now, then when? Unironically, if you want children, I would deeply recommend adopting. That is my plan. Because like I've like, you know, I'm not ready to give up my, like, because the thing with when you're having kids is that you need to kind of like put yourself, you need to put yourself in second place. You know, societally speaking, you know, we tell people like, oh, you have to take care of yourself. No, as soon as you have kids, you need to take care of that kid before you take care of yourself. Like that, you know. Oh, come on, Suda. Glad I have you, Sweet Bean. I'm going to get a bird or two instead of a child. So, like, you know, if you do feel the urge, just like get a kid when you like, you know, like turn like 50, have your life put together. You can adopt. That's my plan. Like if I find a partner, because I'm not ready to give up my life just yet. I want to be in a committed relationship for like 5 years first, at minimum, probably closer to like 10. And then I'd be like, you know what? If you're down for it, let's go adopt a kid. My birds don't have to experience existential dread or pay taxes. You know what? That's a compelling point. Not having to pay taxes might be the single best. To be fair, you know, you're paying Canadian taxes. Over here in America, it's so much fucking worse. Because we have to figure out our fucking taxes ourselves, even though the IRS already knows them. Because fucking the private tax firms lobby for that shit. Me doesn't even think he'd make a good father. I can be on board with that. I mean, the big thing with like being a parent is just like because you were a kid once, so you know the kind of shit that like left you traumatized. I'm gonna get a burger instead of a child. That's what I can afford. Honestly, that's fair and smart. Welcome on, Gadget. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Good show for Gadget. But no, like, did because like I'm also not about to fucking go through the process of trying to like raise a child on my own. That seems fucking exhausting. I would definitely want to have help either from friends or from a partner before I'd be like, yeah. Also, Gadget. Here's the ultimate test. Gadget, would you let this man smooch you? 7 hours is supposed to only play 3 hours. Oh, of Destiny 2. Be economical and get a pet. Grabs the slime cat. Holds you, grabs you. Would you let this man smooch you? That's the test. Is like that's like why it's great to have like so smooch or smooch. However you wish to interpret the question. That's why it's like it's nice to have horny friends on occasion. Because it means that I like it means I have a good idea of like where my art is going. My high school wellness 2 class did a unit on raising children, which included tallying up the approximate total costs. Maybe give them some color. That's fair. I'm currently in the process of like, so originally I was going to originally I was going to just like paint him, but then I realized am I really gonna try to figure out I would grab him by the horns? Originally I was like, you know what, let's start with wait on occasion. Wow, I'm not needed here all the time as a feral slime. No, I appreciate having you around, of course. It's just that that is the use case for the feral mode of the slime. There's some great handlebars. But no. Did not inspire me. Yeah, no, because like raising a kid is like the total cost of it's like in the millions, right? Like after including college, and that was like for a kid in like 2006. Like nowadays, it's probably got to be closer to like 2 million. I do not want a kid. I do not want a kid. No kid, only Emric. Every furry ever. No child, only pregnant. Well, what? Listen, I'm tired. Don't question me. I'm an uncle. No babies, only batter. Thank you for the save reminder. I'm an uncle, so so that's as far as I'm gonna have a kid. Fair enough. I'm probably about the same. Or like I said, like, you know, if I'm in my 50s and I actually have like a life put together where I'm like, you know what? You know what, let's save one of the kids. Like in our not necessarily great adoption system. I can be an uncle, but I'd rather not be. I don't have to interact with kids. That's also fair. Kids are definitely like little fucking plague bringers. They are the bearer of the curse, and that curse is the bubonic plague. Anyways. What am I doing? I feel like my style of like drawing fluff is just so ass. Is it because I'm doing too much? Summerfest is close today. Yeah, I came into stream with a little bit of a headache, so I didn't want to risk like having to end early because like it got worse. I know that was an uncle 2 months ago there too. Oh my god. You know, I feel that. Thank you for the hydrate. To go quote my granddad, kids are great when you can give them back. That's maybe the single most accurate description I think I've ever heard in regards to dealing with children. So when it comes to that, it's a proportion thing. Oh, okay. Because, like, I don't mind this. It's very specifically just, like, this stuff where I'm like... Like, I don't, like... Hold up. Like, the stuff down here, I don't mind as much, but, like, as soon as it gets to, like, this more sizable portion... Pull up the comm you got for this guy. That's a good point. We're doing fluff studies. This is the ultimate. Hold on, like, because I have 1,000 fucking reference images that I don't use. Let me fix that. Desktop art shiz, references and guides. Oh, but nothing about the way to draw fluff. Look at how they do it. Fair point. Oh, for fuck's sakes, what is this? Oh god, okay. I'm not engaging with that tonight. When you're doing that kind of texture, you look at how big the piece is going to be viewed. Yeah. Okay. Here. Let me use some things I have on my computer. Okay. Because there's certain stuff I can't show on screen, unfortunately. Making sure that I don't have a source view. Starkey, since you said you wanted to, since you said a headache, I assume time loops. I would prefer not to deal with a time loop for sure. Okay, so it's like it is like a size proportion thing. I see. I'm back. Instead of getting candy, I made fruit smoothies. One strawberry banana, the other mango pineapple. Ooh, that sounds delicious. I would save it for Friday, then I appreciate that. So I got a hot blue dog to do a redeem for me last night, and it just brings me so much joy. Who knew being dirty but having a loud sensor go off as you say things would be funny? Hot blue dog. I'm based on that emote. Are you talking about Ozlupo? I could do the 5K for the math stream. No, not him. No, Starkey, you're a hot blue dog now. I can give you the clip if you'd like to see it. I'll probably check it out after stream. Really 92% of the way to getting to the math stream. Either that or it's Bandit from Bluey. Oh, I could see that. I could see it being Bandit from Bluey. Yeah, okay. I think that already looks noticeably better. I forgot about the math stream. I'll give you a hint. It's related to Boy Kisser Radio. I'm aware of the copy pasta about Boy Kisser Radio, but I don't think I know the specific meme you're referring to. Yeah, this is already looking appreciably better. There we go. Boy Kisser, I'm a boy kisser. I'm a boy kisser mostly in theory. I've kissed a couple boys in my time. I I'm not a man kisser too, but not huge into kissing anyway. Honestly, weirdly enough, I'm kind of with you. I'm like, I would rather show my affection in other ways, I guess. I weirdly like it's not to say I don't I dislike kissing. It's just like not like my preferred, you know. Yeah, that's looking significantly better already. Okay. I just need to like probably do like an entire like because like what I want to do start doing in maybe my free time is just doing like small detail stuff to figure out how I want to draw like like big bappy paw hands or like something to that effect, you know. Yeah, that looks significantly better. Okay. Honestly, it's because like the way I think of like because like people get like, oh, how do bird furries kiss? In my mind, I'm just like they just like the equivalent of kissing in the bird world is like just preening. It's just like grabbing each other's like heads, necks, and just like little nibbles. So that's the way I imagine birds sewn as kissing. Turn head and go beak to beak. I like Durgs doing snap boops or pressing heads together. That's also adorable. I just thought bird kissing being something like pressing forward together just seems really intimate. That's, that's also makes sense. As like a bird kissing thing. I like the ideas of Crocs basically nomming the other person's maw. Welcome on a Gator Goob. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Alright. So... not quite perfect, but definitely a lot better. And I think that's kind of a technique that's going to require a little bit of refining. I'm currently redesigning my saucier Sona for whomstever has just joined. Because I'm not necessarily super enthused with the way he turned out initially. I mean, like, for my first attempt at character design, I think it turned out pretty well, but very Sparkle Dog. Very Sparkle. I recognize now that I guess that's like the intrinsic appeal of the Sparkle Dog, is it's like it's a character that's designed more for like, you know, it's like wanting to be creative and expressive, primarily, which isn't necessarily, it's just, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad thing at all. But it does mean that it's like the character becomes difficult to draw, which I think is where the difficulty, like the meme about Sparkle Dogs, they just end up being very designed in all caps. I need to add some like fucking. I need to add some bangers, like get some higher energy songs to this playlist. I think, because it's just a lot of soothing songs, which isn't intrinsically a bad thing, but it's definitely not necessarily like, because like this is what I call the neutral playlist. For me, the Sparkle Dog is the definition of over design. Yeah. Isn't this a comfy low energy art stream? I suppose so. That is I guess that you are correct. That is the kind of vibe I'm trying to bring to this specific art string. I guess I'm just so used to the higher energy streams. Welcome on in, Shadrach. Let me be Sweet Bean. Hold up, Shadrach. Shadrach, would you smooch? As dragon. This is half dragon. Is this half dragon smoochable? I'm currently in the process of trying like adding a mustache. I do more than smooch. Perfect. Fuzzy Drago. I'm like, because like I love dragons. I love scaly Sonas, I think. Like I just like point blank, I love all of them. Like I'm hard pressed to think of a scaly Sona that I look at immediately and I'm like, this has so much potential. But also I feel like Badger Sonas are underrepresented in the furry fandom. So I it's like be the change you want to see in the world. Am I scaly if no scales? I would argue that the scaly is intrinsic more on the base species rather than it is specifically scaly. Because like if you look at a furry, like you're like the base example of you're a dragon that's covered in fur. Like I would still say that you're archetypically a scaly. Scaly is a way of life, exactly. I've found myself falling hard for goats, bulls, and deers. I'm just a big fan of the horns, I guess. I'll be honest with you. The stereotype in my head of deers now is that they're all bottoms. And I'm so sorry if you're someone who has like a caribou sona. I'm a feathered dragon, still mostly bird now. Also, we're about to run our... Good God, it's been 2 hours already. How the fuck did that happen? 2 hours is our second set of 3-minute ads. We run those every hour to turn off pre-rolls, so people don't have to deal with advertisements as soon as they join the stream. It took you that long to get to the stereotype? Is that actually... Is that just like a well-known stereotype that I just wasn't aware of for the longest time? That all deers were like massive bottoms? Good to see a comfy stream. I knew this after this weekend. After this week, fair enough. Because I don't necessarily do comfy streams a whole lot, but I was dealing with a little bit of a headache today, so I'm like, you know what? Let's bring the comfy stream out. I'm always apprehensive about doing that, I suppose. Probably more than I ought to be. Handlebar Starkey? Yeah, okay, but here's the thing, because like there's plenty of like, you know, animal anatomy that would be useful for sex. Let's be honest with ourselves. That doesn't it just be by nature of the anatomy does not necessarily mean that it's fucking like, you know, the species is predicated towards a specific position. I've been a furry for way less time than you. I already know that. Handlebars are great for oral, Starkey. Fair enough. Listen, they might be a service top. You never know. There we go. So we got like a mustache and beard combo, but it doesn't quite reach all the way around the mouth. Wait, hold up. I just realized because this is the bottom of the mouth. So I probably want to include just the littlest bit of, because again, I'm like this is gonna be the beard mustache combo.
Rats.
Oh, sorry, what's up, Chris? I'm sorry, I got like super locked in.
I got an ad for Arby's and honestly I'd what self-respecting person would even consider going to that putrid hell on earth. If anybody says they want to go to Arby's, they're immediately my enemy forever.
Here's the thing. Arby's food isn't bad. It is far too fucking expensive for what it is, though. Arby's is like the opposite of Taco Bell, where it's like you can go to Taco Bell and you can get like a reasonable amount of food for $10, which in this economy is great. You walk into Arby's and you just like by entering the door you fucking deducted a zero from your bank account. Fast food is all too expensive. I think it was like for me it was like the original example of fast food being way too goddamn expensive. I remember fucking going to Arby's once when I was in high school and I spent fucking $20+. And I was like, how the fuck did that happen? Just start chatting. Love it. Welcome on in, Zero Crisis. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Oh yeah, we are Twitch did something with the fuck. So the art category image is definitely using some flavor of AI. People found the original Bob Ross and the original portrait, but it definitely has an AI filter placed over it. So yeah, until you defuck yourself, Twitch, I'm gonna be using the just chatting category until you don't do that anymore because it's fucking stupid. Art category, yeah, the image for the art category is AI and it pisses me off. It's because it's especially like you can just fucking hire any of the people on the art. It's not even like oh, which artist should get. No, you've got a fucking like surplus of artists that would love to make it. You just did it for like because it probably isn't even considerably cheaper. I'm gonna be honest with you. They replaced a lot of their not game category thumbnails with AI bullshit. Oh, fucking of course. Somehow just chatting managed to evade the ban hammer, like in regards to like them using an AI image, so thank God, because otherwise I would just have to fucking like I'm still like tempted to like because like I made a post about it. I like the idea of making a art with a full stop. Yeah, no, that's another thing is like why the fuck is the period there? Why? Like that's the part of it that rings especially to me like okay, this is someone who does not understand visual design. Like for of all things you can't tell me that someone is that fuck art dot fuck you. I'll be honest, they didn't need to change the image. It feels like a statement from Corpo. Oh, 100% it is. It 100% is like them trying to like get in on the AI grift. Despite the fact that such a substantial portion of its user base is so heavily against it. They're trying to find like the most minor way to be like, yeah, we're an AI company, so that way they can get the fucking stock price bump. Anyways, that's me. That's my rant. Here I thought I was gonna be like just so quiet and relaxed this entire stream, and then like nah. The full stop feels like there's a cooldown on using this tag, so you need to make a new tag. I can already see what they'll have to do with I can already see what they'll have with the next wave of hype train emotes. I'm gonna be honest with you. Given the sheer number of channels, so they already have an AI emote. It's like cat in the chat or something. It is effectively banned, I think, in something like 80 to 90% of Twitch channels. Nobody fucking wants to see that emote. Which, like, don't get me wrong, I don't either. In fact, like, it alongside the Mr. Beast emote, if you use it here, the bot times you out. I'm not shitting you. If you try to use the cat in the hat or the cat in the chat or the Mr. Beast emote, you just get timed out for like 10 seconds. We haven't had anyone activate it, which, like, thank God, but also fuck those emotes. Good. Because here's the thing, it's not even, it's like one of those things where it's like, because it's like in a couple of like, you know, I'm pretty sure DA and PubMud is like it's on both of their banned terms list. Welcome on in, Sigir. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Give me a shout out for Sigir, heckin' adorable, sweet aunt, fellow TF appreciator slash victim. Victim, I don't know. I'm joining Sigir, I'm joining you in the world of the mustelids. You know what, Ocean? I'm gonna let you get the salty run back on that. There we go. But yeah, no, this is a Badger Dirg I'm making. I'm in the process. It's Finn, but mustard's such a weird word. After talking with Da and him giving me some advice about character design, I'm giving it another design try. So we will see if this works out this time. I'll be honest with you. I think part of the problem with me doing character designs is I keep meaning to add them to my ban list, but I'm fortunate enough to never remember the emos. The less you think about it, the better. So yeah, basically, if Twitch adds another, like, if they add more AI emotes, I'll just add those to the list of words that gets you timed out. Strick, have you seen my I don't think I have seen your redesign. You did mention that you're now a dragon, right? Still mostly bird with a little dragon swing. Fair enough. Dragon's great as a species because you can just throw it in there for spice. It's like, you know what? I don't want to make like a wolf. I'm gonna make a dragon wolf. Like big meaty reptile tails and chest plates. Funnily enough, I'm actually probably putting I'm putting the plates on the back and arms as opposed to the front. Because I want fluffy front. I'm like, if I were to hug this man, how do I want him to feel? And I definitely want face full of fluff, and then like for like my arms and hands to just be like stuck against his scale back. I want him to come. Unironically, I appreciate that message. I'm very tempted for some big poofy chest fluff. I guess you could also just like make the chest fluff. Like you can just make him like, you know, like belly scales and then chest fluff. I think the stretch save and the hydrate. Oh, and the check-in. Oh, there's the hydrate. But yeah, the big thing is going to be the big thing I suspect is just going to be if I may link, I can throw the post and redesign myself for sure. We have, luckily we haven't had anyone like show up and be a problem, so I have not had to disable links here. That's like the upside of being like a relatively small streamer. It's like I have to do significantly less to like make sure that my chat is being secure. Oh, that's adorable. When I become the problems I want to see in the world. Wait, what are you on? That's a very fun design. It's almost giving dinosaur. I think because of the combination of lizard aspects and then the like, you know, like the like modern day understanding of dinosaur, because you know we now know dinosaurs had like feathers. But yeah, no, that's actually really fun. I say you're too tired to become a problem. Honestly, that's fair as well. Sometimes you have to say, fuck it. You have to just be like, okay, whatever. I do not have the energy to deal with whatever bullshit life is throwing at me right now. So I just care too much. Okay. Lizard plus bird equals dino. It's just math. Yeah, basically. If you added bird, it's just a Nargacuga. Or if you add cat, it's Nargacuga. My illiterate ass. Meanwhile, well, come here, I'm right here. Alternatively, you could be someone else's solution. One man's problem is someone else's solution. No. Only problems. That's like the trauma dumping website where you get to see all of your favorite content creators just like complaining so fucking like hard about every single small little thing in their life. Alternatively, that's just every blog channel. See, Tay gets it. I want solutions. I want to complain. That's fair. I have seen one teen drama that led to someone else's reason. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like I try to be, cognizant to some degree of those jokes. After a certain event happened where someone basically like it's a whole thing. Basically, they were making fun of me being in a really deeply bad mental state by basically making a 13 Reasons Why reference, and I'm like, that's just in poor taste. I'm like, congratulations, you are the Saturday morning cartoon villain. To be fair, everyone once we need shows that hit those topics. Oh, for sure. But we need them to probably be a little bit more tactful, considering the 13 Reasons effect was actually like a very real to measurable thing. Because the show portrays the act of, ending your own life as solving all of your problems, which it doesn't. It doesn't. It is a permanent fix to it is a permanent fix to a temporary problem. As someone who has faced it before and said no, thankfully with the help of others. And that's the big thing. It's like, if you got to deal with that, don't deal with it alone. It never does. It just makes someone else's. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's more or less all I'm gonna say on the matter. Because comfy stream. No talk about the big sad and the eternal dark. Comfy stream. Look, jail is lovely this time of year. Just let me go get 3 meals a day, maybe a degree, and just keep my sanity there. I can't advise going to prison. I can't. I also am physically incapable of stopping you, but please don't. I can. At what point, does a streamer become liable for the shit their audience does? And the answer is like probably sooner than you'd hope, unfortunately. Memento Mori, yeah. I've been playing a little bit of Rift of the Necrodancer. Rift of the Necrodancer is like one of my all-time favorite rhythm games, and also one of my all-time favorite roguelikes that I can't fucking play that game. It requires way too much thinking. Just keep saying in Minecraft every now and then you'll be fine. You see, I did that, but then I got banned for a week. It's so fucking good, but so fucking hard. Exactly. It's the people, because I believe the studio is Brace Yourself Games. Somehow those fuckers are like capable of creating the most difficult but simple games of all time, and I'm genuinely impressed by it. They're local to me. That's awesome, actually. Low key, that would be like they would be like my dream studio to work for, because I feel like most software designers, um, like most software designers get into coding probably because they want to, no one's like, oh, I want to get into coding because it's cool, but it kind of is cool, but also mostly, they get into it because they're like, oh, I like video games. I'll code a video game, and then you join the job market and you see all the awful shit that happens in video games, and you're like, no, thank you. I want to work at Team 17, but I have no practical game skills. Team 17 sounds familiar. What did they do again? Is that the people who did Blueprints? Worms? Okay. Escapists? Oh, okay, yes, I know exactly. Yes. I learned programming so I could make games that I learned the industry was. Yeah, no, exactly. Literally my exact same story. I wanted so badly to make video games as a kid. And then as I was like going through high school, I kept hearing like horrible shit about the games industry, and I'm like, well, I still like programming, right? And then and then the funniest thing happened. It's low key. I need to get that voice clip of fucking I need to like clip the voice of Bo Burnham from Inside where he just says, I would, and then the funniest thing happened because he's talking about like how his mental health was getting better, and he was like at the beginning of 2020 getting ready to go on tour again. And then and then the funniest thing happened. I was learning to code because everyone's complaining there aren't enough tech people in the job market. Now yeah, no, the market crashed real fucking hard. So like I feel, completely lied and betrayed. But welcome on in Doodle Den. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Can you shout out for the Doodle Den, aka Galvin? Heckin' super Sweet Bean draws big soft friends. Galvin, how does this look? Is this looking appealing? I hope for small game devs and indie game devs to have some more protections so they can produce good games, good storytelling, good combat, and such. So the shit AAA games companies die out. Oh, for sure. And low key, like, I if it weren't like soft beaked friends like in the Tusk, yay. I end up being like, I like char horns too much, even though I don't play Guild Wars 2. I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're making char horns. I've drawn a few. God help us with a marathon. Bungie fucked up so bad there. The only thing, because I could not tell you what fucking genre marathon is. The fact that it's tied to a big name company makes me think it's a first person shooter because of fucking course it is. But like, the only thing I know about Marathon is that it stole a bunch of art. That's the only piece of information I have about Marathon, is that they just stole from artists. And that's the only thing I need to be like, nah, I'm not gonna play that shit. Fuck you. Fuck Marathon, fuck Bungie. Welcome on in, Jaren. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Can you get a shout for Jaren? I emerged. That's the only information you need. Like, yeah, it kind of really is all the information you need. Because, like, it's again, it's that same principle of, like, if you're... it's the same principle as, like, the, like, why would I bother to read something that someone didn't bother to write? It's like, why would I bother to enjoy it? Like, why would I bother to play a game that they didn't bother to pay the artist who made it? It's like, no, I'm not doing that. No, Starkey got it wrong. Look, I gave Bungie my money beforehand. I gotta get my money worth. Because you're, yeah, no, I don't blame you if you like, if you already bought it and then it was revealed like, oh, you know, they stole from artists. Like, I don't, you know. But also, like, why should you pay for a game that people didn't pay to make? You know what? That's a much cleaner way of putting it. It's just being like, why should I pay for? Yeah. Um, if only there was a way to legally acquire a game without paying for it, or rather illegally. In theory. Boy, is it. What day is Speak Like a Pirate Day again? It's just apropos of nothing. Stark, you wouldn't download a game. How else am I going to get a game nowadays? They don't make physical copies anymore. This is the only option. You wouldn't download a game. Well, I guess I'll die then. I don't know if it's in my GCal. What if I just remake the game so I don't have to download it? I mean, listen, for some games, like Tetris, I have to imagine, like, just either go to tetr.io if you want to play Tetris for free online. Not sponsored, by the way. I'm not. I just like the website. Even though I'm fucking terrible at Tetris. I'm gonna make fucking shit myself. Starkey, you wouldn't download a pizza? You think I wouldn't download a pizza? Nah, that shit, I'm download the fuck out of. I hated using a strong word, but it's worth it. They took the money from the game that was giving them so much funding and put it into another game while letting the cash cow wither away. Oh, for sure. No, here's the thing. Because, like, it is so funny, like, watching like the greater games industry to try to cope with successes of games like Balatro, because there are people going to like GDC and they're like, I want to find the next Balatro. Sweetheart, if you're at GDC, you're in the fucking wrong place to find the person who's gonna make the next Balatro, because that person is at home coding. Like, you just have to. There's no way to know what's gonna make it big, so you just have to fund as much as possible and know that, like, if you roll the dice enough, eventually you're going to win. But because companies are fucking allergic to the concept of taking a risk anymore, they just want all of the success without any of the risk. Basically, what I'm saying is that corporations need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Indie crazy people can't afford to go to... yeah, no, exactly! The people who make amazing, like, fun games for, for, you know, indie experiences.
Starkey, guess what?
What's up? What's up, Chris? You can say
Chicken jockey.
Oh, god damn it.
Haha, I love that scene so much. I'm gonna go watch it again.
I don't understand. I will never see the Minecraft movie, and I feel like that in and of itself will become intrinsically a bit on the stream. Sugar Princess have been around for like a decades at this point. Oh, that doesn't surprise me. But, you know, welcome on Yinsen. Glad to have you, Sweeping. We shout for Yinsen. But no, like...
Rats.
What's up, Chris?
The rats.
Starkey, they used a month-old meme. Can I crease at Yinsid's Air Jordans?
Yes, but yes, and then also shout him out. So he can't complain about being shouted out. Double the punishment. What do you mean? Mods, creases Jordans. Jordan. Fuck, Mr. Sparhawk, creases Jordans. Creasing Jordans. I have no idea what that is even from, but I fucking love that video of like the girl getting smacked, and she's like, "Fuck, Mr. Sparhawk, creases Jordans, creasing Jordans." I think it's from Honkai. I almost said Stonkai. Stonkai is what the company who made Honkai Star Impact are whenever they release a new banner. The previous guy from Sony said in an interview that AAA devs need to build portfolios instead of relying on a single big live service game. Yeah. So fucking shocking that. It's almost like there already exists like the single live service game that fucking everyone's already using, and no one's gonna fucking switch to another live service game. You're behind the eight ball. Your job is to innovate or die. And to be honest with you, currently dying is on the plate. So you have chosen death. I love the unanimity of the like, because like there was like the guy, like the one of the fucking AI founders was like, yeah, if we had to ask artists for permissions, our company would die. And the unanimity of it, Blue Sky being like, then die. Like seriously, if your company can't operate without committing a crime, it doesn't deserve to operate. It's like it's so fucking funny to me too, because there's like a discourse on like, is Blue Sky dying? And I'm like, no. People who are like, oh, Blue Sky is gonna die because it's so hostile to, new ideas. I'm like, new ideas aren't intrinsically valuable just because they're new. Like I know, it's fucking like the last fucking decade or so might seem like that's absolutely anathema to reality, but like a new idea isn't meritorious just because it's new. Maybe your new idea sucks shit. And anyways, that's why I'm like, I sincerely, when Blue Sky adds the ability to pay for it, I will actually pay for Blue Sky. I don't mind, like, I do not mind, because, like, there are people who are like, oh, let me go and pay for, like, whatever on fucking, like, look up the bodega boxes, or, I fucking love bodega boxes. Bodega boxes are those are so fucking funny to me. To explain what bodega boxes are, a bunch of tech bros were like, what if, because, tech bros have never left their house once. They're like, what if we go, like, it's like bodegas, people like going to like a nearby location for like small items they might need. What if we made a box that just sells that automatically? They fucking reinvented vending machines. They just remade vending machines. The fucking and they keep doing this too. It keeps fucking happening. No, you might think it's like, no, Starkey, that's too silly. That can't possibly. There's fucking audio recordings of tech bros being like, we've invented the new bodega box. They keep reinventing shit that exists already. Fucking Uber in recent news, Uber made headlines recently for being like, we found a more efficient way to get people around. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have a bunch of cars, like a big car that like has a consistent schedule, so that way you just need to go to the place and you can get into the big car and it'll take you to the place you need to go. Congratulations, dipshits. That's a bus. Because the thing is, if they reinvent it, that means that they have an excuse to try and privatize it. I think that's like the idea behind all of this dumb shit. My favorite instance of this, though, my personal favorite, the one I think is the fucking funniest, is the guy who's like, what if I invite over my friends? Like, we're going to do a podcast, but then we didn't do a podcast. We didn't record it. We just talked about life and stuff. Motherfucker, you reinvented a house party, which is the biggest self-own I can possibly imagine. To be so fundamentally detached from other people that you're like, what if we did a friendship hangout but at house and didn't record? Can you even do that? Oh my god. So if well, come on in, Poppin. Glad to have you, Sweetie. Give me a shout for Yo is Poppin. Because my friends have been showing me, they show me like, basically like they're, when I'm not streaming on Wednesday, I'm hanging out with some IRL friends and they show me media that I would never watch normally. We've been watching Severance. And the idea of the supperless parties, the dinnerless parties, I'm like, or foodless dinners. What the it's like the exact same energy Bodega's an unmanned pantry box has already become America's most hated startup. Oh my god. We should take the internet away from. It is my sincere belief that like people need to pass like it just not even like a particularly intensive psyche eval, just like a basic like if someone had told you this information, like what is a like critical thinking stuff, just being like, okay, you meet someone on the street who's like trying to hawk something, and they're being very polite to you. Are they A, trying to sell you something, B, trying to become your new best friend? Like seriously, just like that level of like critical thinking where it's like the very basic thought of like maybe everything I read isn't true. The fucked up thing is it's almost certainly the same people who were like constantly telling me as a kid is like, you can't trust everything you read on the internet. I'm like, you're not wrong, but then why did you do that? So like there was an example that I think is like a genuinely useful skill that was taught in if it's there, obviously it's got some seed of truth. Oh my god. There was a let's see. I'm having fun with art times with Starkey. I appreciate the closing sarcasm tag. Um, but no, so when I was in high school, I as a sophomore took AP European history. And one of the things that was like a required to do really well in the written portion of the test was to do something where they call basically the idea of it was I had to Google the bodega. It's real. It's someone fucking crowdfunded that, and the world hates it because it's fucking stupid. But the basic idea of it was this. So like you were given like a series an array of media from a specific time period in European history, and you had to be like, okay, write like a piece of paper about what all of this what all of this indicates. But they had a very specific extra rule, which is choose a specific piece of media and like explain why it might not be deeply trustworthy. Like why we can take it as a point of data, but we can't trust it wholeheartedly. So the example that I that was written up was like talking about, the impact of it was talking about like, food and like, food stocks in post World War II Russia. The stereotype of like, oh, it's communism. They can't feed themselves. And there was a image in there from a American newspaper showing a very empty groceries. So the idea of that was, for example, why would that piece of media not be deep? Like, what are they trying to say with that piece of media that would be indicative of it being not deeply trustworthy? Like, what, for example, the idea I came up with was, okay, if it's written by an American newspaper, they're probably being encouraged by the American government to make the communism look worse because it's, post World War II, Cold War like era Russia, United States communism battles. And, it's that thinking, that idea of like, what about like this, even the stuff that appeals to your personal biases, like what about it could tip you off that it's like not necessarily being fully truthful? Did they compare it to pictures of the American grocery stores? No, because this was when I was in high school. So this was, oh god, how old was I? What even year was it? 2012. So I graduated in 2016. It would have been 2013, 2014, or when toilet paper went extinct for a bit because people went ape shit. But so that this was like a decade before the pandemic even hit. But it was just like one of those like, things to like show like, hey, this is an AP class. Are you thinking critically about the information you're being presented, or are you just taking it at face value? I sincerely think that like if we had a test like that you needed to prove that like you can engage with media critically before you're allowed on the internet, the world would be a significantly better place. Just anything to be like, hey, take this piece of media, like, look at this piece of media, interpret what it's saying, show what they might be trying to get at instead of like taking it at face value. Like I that's a foundational experience for me because it made me realize like, okay, not, it's not that you have to distrust every single piece of media, but you have to like engage with it as if, you have to like actually think about what it's trying to say, and if it is saying that intentionally or not. That was a great device to give voice to those who never deserved one. That's also true. All right. Common sense is becoming a lost art. It's not. So the big thing is like the people. I think there are concerning trends. There's something like only like what was it, like 50% of Americans read at a 6th grade level. Like that I think is a concerning trend. Like that I think is like a genuinely cause for alarm. But like I genuinely do think there is more good being done than bad. In that it's really easy to convince yourself that like it's all bad because that's all we're being shown. It's, remember, common sense is also based on your, yeah. Because like, what you think is common sense is like let's say for example that like, we have a kid who's grown up in the like, like the kid who's like the classical like all-American kid who grew up but it was just never introduced to the idea of chemical reactions. He's trying to, like, let's say he's trying to make like a cleaning solution, so he puts like a lemon juice and baking soda, but he doesn't want it going all over the place, so he just stores it. Like, he just has no concept of pressure. It's common sense to think, well, of course it's going to explode, but like, that's based on the fact that like we have, practice and knowledge. Like no one comes into the world with common sense. I think is kind of the basis of that idea, is that like all common sense is just taught. No, Starkey, we talked about this. None of us are having kids. That's fair. I think the big thing is just like finding ways to unteach people things that like, because like they're. Also, welcome on up, Tish. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. Taught like that ass. Listen, I'm double caked up on a Tuesday. I'll have you know. Of course, my ass is taut. Weird streams seem to go down for me, but it's back now refreshed. I haven't dropped any frames, so. But no, I think the coming decades will actually be like a fascinating time for like neurolinguistics. Why? What is with the sips? I don't like the sips. Why are you sipping? I want the board cake. Oh, that's why. That's why. That makes sense. Oh, Yeah, I understand now. I see the error of my ways. It's hard to fix a learned behavior. It really is. I have firsthand knowledge, bud. But no, like, I think the coming decades, we're like, a sincerely useful skill that's like going to be developed is probably going to be like how to kind of like deprogram people from like weird, dumb ideologies. Or at the very least, it's assuming like humanity survives all this bullshit. But you know what? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. You can't fix stupid, as they say. I think with sufficient application of societal pressure, you can. You just have to create an environment where being stupid is actively socially detrimental. Det! Well, welcome on in, Raiders. Can we shout out for Det? Welcome on in, though. For those who don't know, I'm Starkmore, Big Chaos, Great Internet. Bryce stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. Oh, can we also get a shout out for Bosk? I'm gonna go with the Twitch shout out for Det real quick. But welcome on in, though. How you doing, you sweet beans? I'm currently in the process of redesigning. Fun fact: Starkey is super tight because he has done exercise and drinks enough water. Oh my god! I like the U.S. right now. But yeah, no. So I'm currently in the process of redesigning this boy who is gonna be my saucier Sona. I'm currently in the process of trying to figure out what even colors I want to do. I was gonna do a painting style thing, and then I was like, I'm not gonna try and figure out fucking colors on the fly while painting. That seems like a recipe for disaster. Good to know. Oh my god. Shout out for debt. But yeah, no. What were you up to? Also, if you're not already giving Bosk a follow, go give Bosk a follow. But I need to at some point grab Micro Stream RPG. Oh, you're doing Star Ocean? Oh, that's right. There's the Star Ocean DLC that came out, right? No joke. Stretch and massage your board before use. Unironically, I had a massage for the first time, and I just kind of liquefied on the couch for like. He bruises so easily. I don't fucking bruise easily. You know empirically that that's not true. I bruise. I am quite a sturdy bird. Sturdy birdie. Fucking. I've never had a professional massage. Always wanted one. Well, it wasn't professional, but it was very, very good.
Rats.
It was just like the big thing is just like knowing what you're doing.
Starkey, I was shown another movie today called Oblivion with Tom Cruise in it, and I swear there isn't an AI in this movie.
I actually don't know off the top of my head.
Before you bring out the furnace again.
There's DLC. I haven't finished the game after a year. I think there was DLC. I might be thinking of another game. I'm pretty sure that it was Sea and Stars. Some. I have not played it. I've watched a lot of other people play it though. That's been my experience interacting with it. Fucking wings are such a big pain in the ass. I guess that's why some artists just refuse to like draw them. Like I don't blame you. I do want wings though. Probably Sea of Stars. Okay. Because it's the one where you're like in an MMO RPG in the game, right? Something with seas and stars got a fucking DLC. But you know, if you are a streamer, Microstream RPG, go support Bosk. Bosk heckin' super sweet bean. All right. Wings are the biggest pain in the dick. Because I want bat wings. These wings have problems. Because wings are basically like it's not an exaggeration to say that wings are basically bat hands. So like they're basically they're bat hands, and then they've just like bats just have like weird long fingers and things that connect them. So yeah, Sea of Stars does have a new DLC, and the Sea of Stars is supposed to be the prequel to The Messenger. I don't know how they fit together though. We are the problem. Only most of the time. I say lovingly to my chat. Wings are kind of tough. I think it definitely like Scaly and bat wings are a little bit easier, I think. I can't like I look at dragon wings though and I'm like, that's fucking a nightmare. I guess to be fair, this is kind of like a dragon wing style. And yes, bat wings are literally the hands of the front paws of the bat. But yeah, I'm currently in the process of trying to figure out like how I want to redesign him, because I definitely I think the big problem was like I used too many different colors and I like overworked it. Like I over designed, which you know for my first attempt at like doing a character design, I suppose isn't necessarily surprising. You know, we're currently we've just been doing this and chatting about like life and stuff, making fun of tech bros, because they keep reinventing things that already exist. I introduced multiple people to the Bodega startup where they're just reinvented vending machines. So here's the deal: the eyes, marks on the wings, colors of flame should all be the same color. That makes sense. Probably something closer to the color of the scales. Yeah. Bullying works. Yeah. I mean, wasn't there an instance recently of bullying work? Oh yeah, that's right. Duolingo was like, quote unquote, like reverting its decisions. But also don't reinstall Duolingo. I don't trust that I'm not gonna reinstall Duolingo personally. I'm gonna go find food to eat so that that isn't Borb. Fair enough. I appreciate you for not eating Borb. Because like I'm gonna be honest with you, I am nanomachine. So if you eat me, I'm just nano. Like I'm gonna become fucking like Venom, like a Venom symbiote style. I'm just gonna live inside your body. Bats are the cutest little flying bastards. They really are hot. I respect. Listen, you know, I knew what I was getting into when I made my Sona Goo. I'm okay with this. It sucks to say, but bowling works. Yes, we have to be kinder to people. Here's the thing. My motto has always been, be kind to people until they prove that they are deserving of it. And usually that works. Like, seriously, like low key. I've lived that way, and it's not been a recurrent problem. I bully Kaisi. To be fair, there's some people for whom bullying is an upside. And I have a couple of friends like that, and it is really fun. I won't lie. But no, like for some group of people, you just have to be like, okay, we're just, like at some point you need to say this person is being a bully. The best option for dealing with that behavior is to just shut them down and to say, no, I'm not dealing with you. Is to just be like, disengage, don't interact, try to some degree to like push them out. It's not great, but like, but also like, it's one of those things where if you make it clear, it's like, hey, we're not opposed to interacting with you, just like stop the bullshit. I think that that's just a good way of handling people. Is just to like recognize that like you know, they're not dictated by like one bad decision, but they are rather dictated by like a pattern of behaviors. And as soon as that pattern of behaviors itself and becomes clear, yeah, don't interact. Like there's like, I would argue that for people, like, if you work as a or if you're a shareholder in a you know, if you're a shareholder in like a healthcare company, you probably deserve to be bullied a little bit because the alternative is letting people die. And I think that the latter is much more morally objectionable. So can we bully someone into loving themselves? Good question. I think that there are ways to help someone appreciate themselves more. And I think that comes from like, because there's to some degree it's like bullying in jest. Like I feel like if you like just do it in jest, like you can potentially like get someone to appreciate themselves more. Starkey and my friends or partners do this to me. Yeah, yeah. Because here's the thing. I feel like that's also neurodivergent friendship. Neurodivergent friendship is bullying your friends into taking care of themselves. Multiple of my neurospicy friends, like, I've had to be like, hey, like, have you eaten a meal today? If not, why not? Like unironically just having to be like, fucking commit self-care. I appreciate you. You should also appreciate yourself. Wait, we could bully Stark into taking care of themselves. Thanks for the inspiration. I take good care of myself already. How dare? At least I like to think so. I like to think I take good care of myself. To be fair, to some degree, I did push myself to stream today, even though I did come into it with a headache. So I guess there is that. But also, like, I would feel actively worse not streaming today. Like, I would feel so fucking bad tomorrow. Have you eaten good today? I had a lot of vegetables. A lot of vegetables, a lot of appropriate balance of meat and all that good stuff. SMH, my Starky head. Wait, you have my head on your bot? Wait, how does this shaking my head, my Starky head? How does any of this work? The numbers, the math, it ain't mathin'. I don't understand. I forgot I have this toggle. I need to use it more. It's like in Minecraft. Oh, you decapitated me. That makes much more sense. I believe the hydrate. What is math? Terrific question. We're gonna find out that when apparently when 3 more people realistically give 2K more each. Sorry, do you remember to hydrate? I did. Oh, Anthony, thank you for the save reminder.
Rats. We're rats. We're the rats.
What's
You
up, Chris?
heard him, boys. Time to make Starky take care of
I'm
himself.
already fucking taking care of myself, I promise. I don't know what more I could possibly do to take more care of myself. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, God, what the fuck am I gonna do with... I don't think I could do that this Thursday. I'll probably try for next Thursday. Because I realistically, it's just gonna be me putting on... Back from eating dinner and spending an hour realizing my autism makes me a sussy baka. Try and solve P equals NP. Are you fucking...
We're rats.
Are you bullying my
Starky, I
test?
saw you avoiding the question. When was
What?
the last time you got yourself a little treat, or went out of the way to do something nice for yourself?
I do nicer. I did something nice for myself last night. How about that? Get owned. I actually like I take good care of myself. If only, what would the mass stream be? We're gonna find out that in real time. I take good care of myself just that way, like people, because like, you know, how can I reasonably expect other people to take good care of themselves if they're like worried about me not taking good care of myself? What do you think about a little cut of joining a cult as a trait? That is the opposite of a trait. Starkey, when will the mass stream be? Probably next Thursday. I'll be honest with you, I'm probably just gonna stick on it's probably gonna turn into a not insubstantial amount of just chatting. Unless people come with specific math questions. And no, I'm not taking one of the internet meme questions seriously, where it's like some weird fucked up divergent integral. Oh yeah, as you were talking about Luigi, my housemate brought that up. Brought what up? There we go. I put the stream on 360p. Let's see if it does better now. Oh, the CEO. There's a problem being far away from friends when I try and make them do it by threatening to come over there. They want me to come over. Yeah. Here's the thing. Like, I actually, you know.
We're the rats.
What's up, Chris?
Hey Siri, divide yourself with 0.
Oh my god. Oh lord, not dividing by 0. I think, hold up. Let me try doing this. It is one of my favorite things is to see like people like run mechanical calculators that divide by 0. Because it just like the mechanical calculator just shits itself. It just starts running. You could go into imaginary numbers like electrical engineering stuff. What's the best condiment? Mayo, mustard, ketchup. I hate all of these. You are clearly missing the best condiment, which is chili crisp. Chili crisp is the best condiment. I will not be taking notes. Also, we're about to run our last set of 3-minute ads. We run those every hour to turn off pre-rolls so people don't have to deal with advertisements as soon as they join the stream. So go grab a snack, because we'll be here for a bit afterwards. Yeah. All right. Mustard, ketchup being because ketchup is weird. It's funny because I feel like all of those condiments are better when not in America. Ketchup is so much like non-American ketchup is so much better than American ketchup. Anyone who doesn't vote mayo, I want to talk. Casa, you can't ban anyone who didn't vote mayonnaise just because they didn't vote mayonnaise. Okay, Kostai is the singular mayonnaise voter. I just want to talk. The statement still stands. You're not allowed to ban them just because they didn't vote for mayonnaise. It's like a condiment ingredient. Why is mayo a condiment? Well, because so mayo is the basis for like basically all cold cut sandwiches. I think is the big reason why it's a condiment. I also say personally that like mayonnaise plus hot sauce is a killer fry sauce. I once had a green peppercorn mustard from France. It was simple but delicious. Like low key, the best, like the best fry sauce is just like take like a high quality mayonnaise, take a high quality hot sauce, and combine the two. And it's just really good, flavorful, spicy, creamy. It's fucking 10 out of 10. I like the wasabi effect Japanese mustard has. There we go. The problem is there's not a best condiment catch-all. The best condiment changes depending on the food it goes on. Like burger is fine for ketchup, but not for nachos. That's why, and that's why my opinion is that chili crisp is the best condiment because it goes on every savory food. I would eat it on every savory food. Like to vary like with varying levels of concentration, of course, because it is like a pretty powerful flavor effect. But like I would sincerely be like, okay, you know, I want more flavor on this. I don't care what it is. Chili crisp goes on it. Off the top of my head, mayo, hot sauce, garlic, dill, cilantro, black peppercorn, cumin, and a dash of sesame oil. Also, mayo is actually very good for making other sauces. It's already an emulsion. Yeah, no, mayonnaise is like genuinely good as a sauce base as well. I don't necessarily think that I would consider it like a good sauce in and of itself, but it's great at like holding other flavors. Maybe it's good to get that crispy crust on a grilled cheese. Can I let you in on a little secret? I've never had a grilled cheese. Okay, that's not fair. I've had a couple. I'm not the hugest fan. It's the same reason, like, I'm very picky about my grilled cheese in the same way that I'm very picky about my, mac and cheese. Am I the one who voted mayonnaise? Yes. How have you not had a grilled cheese? I believe Phoenix and his partner have maybe won once. And I was like, it's fine. I'm not the hugest fan of a grilled cheese. Specifically, like, if you're using, like, you know, like a Kraft Singles. Like, that's, at that point, I'm just like, you know, fucking, like, I feel like if I'm making a grilled cheese, I want to go all, I want to get like a special cheese. I want to, like, pair it with, like, a garlic, like an aioli, something to that effect. Like, really up at the fancy. I can't do that kid shit, man. Ew, no, don't use Kraft singles. It's not cheese. You know what you need, Starkey? Fried cheese, fried koalaho. I have no idea how the fuck that's pronounced. I've never used Kraft singles in mine. I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish the line art. How much line art do I have left? With this much line art left, I'm gonna finish the line art and then we'll probably call it a stream. Mastery. Yes, the math stream will happen. Probably not this Thursday, but next Thursday. Kraft singles is a desperation cheese. I agree. But I also like feel like if you're making a grilled cheese that's like cheddar, I'd be like, it's, you know, like just cheddar, just like, just cheddar between bread and then you crisp it up. I would still be like, it's not my favorite. What is this? Keho Kwa. Oh, I have had this. I had this when I went to Fogo de Chao. That shit fucking slaps, low key. Like it is genuinely spectacular. It's like a breakfast thing, right? Where you just like basically slap it on like the grill for a little bit, and then like it, because it's basically pure protein. There's like no fat to it, so just like it crisps up really beautifully. Before you end stream, can I show you something? Yes. Go ahead and send it over. Needs Gouda, another type of melting cheese. That's like I feel like with cheese, it's like the four cheeses to make like a good mac and cheese. You have to get something that's like a little funky. You have to get something that's like a little like like something creamy, something funky, and something sharp. I feel like I would want to do the same thing with like a grilled cheese. You put it on the grill for no fat or fry on a pan with a bit of butter. Because it's also like a very dense cheese. Like Loki, I would love to get some of that and just like have it for breakfast. Or just like as like a quick snack. Because it's also just because it's dense, which means it keeps you full. Add oregano to it and yum. Oh my god, that sounds spectacular, actually. Merle swears if you sub butter with mayo when frying a grilled cheese, it's way. I have also heard the mayo trick for grilled cheese. I feel like it gives you a better crunch for sure. I don't necessarily know that it adds the, because like I'm just like I just need flavor, man. But I think that's the big thing. It's like why I need like throw it like, I guess the idea is like traditionally like the grilled cheese is paired with like a tomato soup. So that way you get like some acidity to help cut through like the overwhelming like fattiness of it. But also like I'm not the hugest fan of tomato soup either. I won't lie. Tomato soup is like one of my least favorite types of soup. It's so fucking good. Also, people don't eat only it. Oh yes, my jam. Da, da, da. Oh, what is this from? Oh yeah, this is Deltarune Chapter 1, isn't it? Is this Scarlet Forest? Da 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 da. No, this is Field of Hopes and Dreams, isn't it? Because Scarlet Forest is definitely more of the oompa style, like waltz rhythm. Fun fact, actually, because I saw a video recently, like a video popped up in my YouTube suggestions. That was like it was like basically like trying to tie together all of the major motifs of Undertale. And yeah, apparently, the first thing you hear in Deltarune is actually an homage to a Undertale theme. Now I'm wondering how strawberry jam would work in a grilled cheese. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that would actually work. This isn't the remix version that makes me throw it back. All right, we just got one horn left. Or I guess, I know I've already done that. Add in bacon. Yeah, no, like bacon, strawberry jam, and cheese. I'd give that a try. Especially because I have a big thing about like things are like too consistently the same texture. That like makes it difficult. So like this, it's kind of why like it's like anything because like the bread, like when you make a grilled cheese, the bread and the cheese end up like just kind of becoming the same texture, and like for whatever reason it makes my brain itch in a bad way. Also, speaking of making your brain itch, I accidentally mind flooded DA today during stream, because I sent him Kasai, what did you do? What the fuck is this? What is this? I'm like this is some fucking this is some Eldritch energy shit right here. It sounds like a sandwich. Sounds like a sandwich I'd make in Pokemon Violet. Now, Starkey, are you a crispy or a juicy? You gotta get your bacon crispy. What the fuck? Who the fuck gets who wants their bacon juicy? That's some fucking like the thing from It style bullshit going on there. Also, but yes, no, hold up a moment. I gotta complain at Kasai for trying to gift me Mewing Simulator. Funny clicker game in which you should increase your chin for becoming truly Sigma. I'm gonna decline this real quick, but also I now need to see what the fuck Mewing Simulator is. This is morbid curiosity. This 50 fucking cents. What in God's green earth is this? Funny clicker game. Click different upgrades like Riz Stare or Clickbait. What are these fucking achievements? Average lover of little horses. Your last brain cell was died. Cry about that. Genre, casual indie simulation developer, Skibbity Toilet Games. All right, it's time to pack it up. I think it's official. Skibbity Toilet Hero 6 mod. What do you mean, Skibbity Toilet Hero 6 mod? I give up. We're cooked. What the fuck does it mean? I need explanations. I need a young priest and an old priest. I need approximately 32 kilotons of TNT delivered directly to my fucking cerebral cortex. I don't care anymore. I yearn for death. Wait, does that cost money? It does. It does cost money. But you could get the entire, hold up a moment, you get the entire Skibbity Games collection for just $5.56. Ain't that a fucking deal? Nuke Starkey's Ussy. That isn't a mimetic entity. You could get Skibbity Toilet Simulator, Skibbity Toilet Hero, and Skibbity Toilet Hero Sex Mod for the low price of $5.56 and your will to live. Wait, they're paying you? No, I'm paying them to be Skibbity Sex Mod. Where's the anti-memetics department? I believe that's the barrel of a shotgun. I don't want these brain cells anymore. You can take them. I'm over the internet. A steal. The internet was definitely a mistake. You can't look at me. You can't look at me after having seen that and been like, nah, the internet is working as intended. The internet 100% is not working as intended. This can't be what Al Gore had in mind when he invented the internet. Will we get a mewing sex mod? What the fuck? Mewing sex is just extremely aggressive cunnilingus, I'll be honest. Should not have said that. Why do I say these things? But Stargate's on sale. I don't care. I don't care. You could pay me, and I would be like, I'd be like, no, thank you. I can't. I'm so sorry for the things that I say on stream. I'm so sorry, but also, it's not mostly my fault. I come back from Warframe, and what's this about math? Oh, thank God, you missed the mewing sex toilet hero. Consider yourself lucky. The what's this about? Listen, I'll be honest. The math stream will happen probably next Thursday. No, explain. No, for my own well-being, I can't. I can't explain. There is no explanation. There is no God. This entire thing has just been one fucking existential nightmare, and I yearn for death. I low-key, I kind of want to turn this into like a short form video about my fucking brain cells dying. So expect that if when I ever get the time to edit this. I need to get. I look, yeah, I've had my in my mind an idea for a collab stream that is something like I want to grab. Would you rather play the Skivity Sex mod or the Mewing Simulator? Mewing Simulator, not even remotely close. If only just because I feel like, am I just Nyarlathotep? Absolutely. Oh, sorry, mods. It's okay. Skibbity and Mewing were both banned terms for good reason. There we go. That looks pretty good. Admittedly, the smile does kind of get lost a little bit because of the beard. Oh, you know what? You know what it is? The eyes aren't smiling. There's no smiling in the eyes. Here, let me fix that real quick. Nyarlathotep. Hey, Starkey, what's up? Is done. I sent you on Telegram. Oh! Is it the thing that you were working on? Hold up. Is it okay for me to show people? Because, hold up. There we go. I actually didn't know how people, how to, yep. Okay. I'm gonna gush about my friend real quick. My IRL friend, who is an amazing artist and who, like, doesn't, you know, is very uncertain. But who I think you, hold up. Is this, there we go, media viewer. So this is something that Erratic Phoenix has just been working on in the background, and I wanted to show off because, you know, if Erratic Phoenix is a person who is very uncertain about art, and I can y'all just like add him and tell him they did a great job, because like sincerely this is amazing. The chromatic aberration and the blur around the effect of like this is the point of view of like being in a tube studied by Starkey. Like, sincerely, this is really fucking good. Like, I want to highlight this, because, like, genuinely, like, this has been in the works for a while, and how dare you turn my gift into a spotlight on me? Yeah, it's because you're fucking really amazing at doing art. Phoenix, you did that? That's... Yeah!
We're the rats.
What's up, Chris?
Did you see that Nickelodeon is gonna be showing only SpongeBob for the entirety of the summer?
Wait, really?
I think that's depressing. Then again, Cartoon Network relocated, laid off most of their staff,
Yeah.
and can't hold on a profit since they only show reruns of old shows and one new show that's not doing any numbers.
But no, Phoenix, you fucking killed it. You did such a good job. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, no, this is Erratic Phoenix, and I definitely need to add this to my like my gift art. Like, I need to add a bunch of stuff to that. But no, like you did such an amazing job, and I really wanted to highlight that. Anyways, now that my sneaky opportunity of being like, let's compliment my friend. I don't want to like overstay the hand slash. There we go. Sturkey's villain arc. But yeah, I think that this definitely looks a little bit more. Are you supposed to not see the rules when you first join, or do you have to verify first? Can you not see the rules? Wait, that's weird. Like that's the art that should make that would make me buy a game. Yeah. Nope. Okay, I need to fucking hold up. This is something I should probably fix now. So rules. Let's see. Why is it that edit channel permissions, everyone can, it says you should be able to view channel. I'm a mod. Yeah, at everyone. Weird. There's some weird stuff going on with the Discord. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's some stuff I need to figure out. Permissions not synced with category welcome. Can you see? So you definitely can see. Okay, let me try doing. Let me sync him with welcome real quick. Hopefully you should be able to see that now. But anyways, I assume that people could infer what to do in verification by looking at that. Everyone else did, but still, yeah. But that's also probably like it's something that should be fixed. Thank you for letting me know, though. But yeah, all right, let's go ahead and save this for now. I think this looks good. Definitely some minor touching up to do. I'm realizing now that this looks a little bit too like. Oh, there's the problem. It's because this tangent line's here. But no, there we go. Okay. Like, because like this being here, it basically when you zoom out, it makes it look like this is a continuum, which is something that you want to avoid when you're doing art. Turn off message history. And now there appears to be nothing in the rules, but I can now message in it. Weird. Also, you're not supposed to be able to message in it. All right. Well, shit. Edit category permissions. Can manage channels. Okay. Can view channels. Can't manage. Let's see. Okay. That hopefully should have fixed it. But yeah, let me go and save here. And we'll go ahead and see who's live. Let me go and go to the outro, get the outro playlist going, and thank you for hanging out. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Sorry, I can manually tweak sometimes. I would definitely appreciate that. I need to be better about telling my mods like, hey, you guys can just do this. I'm so used to just like doing everything myself that I forget I have very active mods. And I need to just like not quite carte blanche, but definitely like you guys have a lot of give you guys a lot of permission to actually edit and like work with stuff. Thanks for stream. Well, thank you for hanging out. It actually is very, very sweet just to be able to be, to be able to hang out, have a good time, chat, do art, be silly, be bird on the internet. Let's see. Oh, yeah, perfect. Thank you for the raid. Or for the raid message, rather. Specific wording there is actually very important. Let's see. It's been a bit since we stopped by Prey. We could also say hi to a new friend, or we could Let's see who's live from Thunderfang. What is that? I hate that. Is that the fucking Glubgo Gabgalab? Like, did they yassify the Glubgo Gabgalab? Because if so, I hate that with every like, you know, inch of my being. No? They what? It looks a little bit like a yassified Glubgo Gabgalab. I don't fucking know what the Glubgo Gabgalab is from. That's from the Spider Show. It's Spiderus from Miss Spider. I hate it. That's the only thing I do know. I don't know what it is. I just know I hate it. You know who we haven't said hi to in a bit? Let's say hi to Slush. Wait. Bravebird's also. I'm the fucking worst about picking raid targets. I swear to God. I think we go say hi to Slush Dog, because it's been a hot minute since we said hi to Slush Dog. Also, Slush is a super duper sweet being. Also very cute. Adventure time. Start the raid over to Slush. Slush_dog with 2 G's. Perfect. Anyways, if this is your first time here, I'm Sarkamorph, Big A Chaos Crew Internet. Variety stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. Mostly I play indie games, however, every Tuesday and Friday for the last, year and a half. Oh my God, it's a year and a half officially of me doing our fucking good God. I'm not emotionally prepared for that. I've been learning how to do some art, and I'd like to think that I've made a lot of progress. Definitely made a lot of progress. I still have a long way to go for sure, but hey, time is the best teacher. Anyways, I have a Blue Sky if you'd like to stay up to date, as well as to see the art that I make, which I need to be better at posting. I need to post those birds that I've made, but I need to also fidget around with their color values, because I definitely think that my main monitor having muted colors is definitely fucking with me. So that's something I need to work on. But yeah, if you like to stay up to date with the stream, also to see the VODs that we've been up to, YouTube. I'm doing a little bit of work with YouTube, to see if, cutting my content down to shorter lengths makes it a little bit easier for people to get engaged. But yeah, so feel free to give me a follow there. I have a Discord if you'd like to pop in there, say Sweet Beans, see the curse content Sweet Beans post, and I need to probably make a backup Telegram channel for just in case Discord shits itself. Anyways, I love you guys to bits, and I will see you Thursday for probably Amber Isle, or maybe Repo. I don't know. We'll go live then. Love you guys to bits, and I will see you then. Bye.